Well, hello everybody. Welcome in. How's everybody doing this fine, as Aoka put, Thursday? How's everybody's Thursday doing? Thank you for the headpads. Welcome in, Agrius, Von Jam Thalor, Dance Away Adduction. Hi, Rainbow. Hello, Papa Bear. Hi, Falca. And y'all dot how, Aoka. How's it going? Dude, Mirenia, guess what? What? How's it going? I remember the first time I saw a universal remote control, I thought to myself, well, this changes God. This changes everything. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I actually hadn't heard that one before. What's good? It's been an alright day. I'm excited to play this. I haven't been able to really stop thinking too much about what happened in this game yesterday. What the heck? Very confused. Friday started off good. That is awesome to hear. Good, how are you? I'm doing good, Adduction. Thanks for asking. Last stream I found that and it took everything in my soul to not say it. Thank you. Thank you for distributing them throughout, sprinkling them through the streams. Gosh, no, I love dad jokes and I love puns. So I'm all for it. I'll most likely facepalm myself because it'll like go over my head at first. But I enjoy them nonetheless. Yeah, I'm glad everybody's having a good day so far. Have to keep it to once a day. Gotta moderate some things. Can't do it with sweet, delicious food. What does a sprinter eat before a race? I don't know, what? Nothing. They fast. Oh my. That was good. I hadn't heard that one either. Thank you, Agrius, for clipping that. I beat it quickly, but I'm a fast reader. Yeah, no, for sure. And it's like it's I realized like I shouldn't have expected to finish this game in one sitting because I didn't take into account like stopping and chatting with you guys, and like I'm reading things out loud and stumbling over myself sometimes, and so like it's probably gonna take like twice as long as the average or whatever, but that's fine. I think we'll probably finish it today. Like that's the goal. The goal is to finish this today, and then depending on how much time we have left, we'll see. Tomorrow is my birthday. I will turn 153 years old. I'm not doing anything crazy special. We're not doing any kind of event. I don't really feel like I've been streaming long enough to like justify doing anything like that. I don't know. But I'm just gonna like hang out and probably play Cyberpunk and chat with y'all and stream longer than I usually do. Have a late Friday. I'm infecting everyone with horrible dad humor. Oh no. What happens when you walk past a clock? I don't know what happens when you walk past a clock. You pass time. God damn it. That was a good one. Thank you, Falcon. Oh man. My ADHD doesn't like reading. Yeah, I just have to be like in a very specific mindset to be able to focus on reading. It's different when it's something like this, I guess, when I'm reading it out loud for stream and all. Streamer time dilation is a real thing. You always have to add about 50% to the average time. Yeah, that is fair. That plus time blindness is like wild. Yeah, no, for sure. It would take longer to stream. Yeah. Yay, more driving. Yes. We will probably have lots of driving tomorrow in Cyberpunk. Alright, okay, let's go ahead and let's get into this game. Let me stop my music and swap over. Already got our save loaded up here and ready to go. But we've got a creepy music. Thank you for clipping that, and thank you for the head pat, Aoka. My brain repeats the same line over and over for like 7 minutes before I can read the next line. I get stuck like that sometimes, like when I read a book. It's not all the time, but it's quite frequent. Like, sometimes, like, every paragraph, it's like a sentence that, like, my brain just won't... It struggles. I feel that at a molecular level. It's very frustrating, because I enjoy reading. I love reading. And sometimes I feel like I just, like, breeze through, and other times it's like my brain just won't work its way around the words like I want it to. Then I won't be paying attention to what I'm reading and need to start the page over again. Yes! Yes. TikTok loves the dad jokes. It is true. And that does seem to be true. They're thinking about the most random shit, like I wonder if I can bake bread with him. There's like too many thoughts going on at once in the brain space. Alright. Okay, my mouse is doing something weird. I think I need to plug it in. Oh, please. Alright, there we go. Much better. Okay, so I'm gonna back up, if it'll let me. Okay, yeah, I just wanted to kind of like remind myself of where we were. So she basically said that I have to date the 3 other girls this time. And I have 9 days instead of 7 days. What's brown and sticky? A stick. I saw that one on a show very recently, or not saw, but heard it very recently on a show. That one is pretty good. I love making someone cringe in person with a bad joke. It's my favorite. Yeah. Time. Alright. So we have to pick who we're gonna date first out of the other 3 girls that we didn't even think we were gonna talk to at all. We're not allowed to date the first 2. So are they just like wiping all of our memories at the end of each thing? Like, is that, how many cycles of this have we been through, you know? Like, what if that wasn't the first time we've done this? Ugh. Creepy. Alright, we walked back to the girls. Who do you want to go on your first date with? Move my mic a little bit. Okay, so we can go with Scarlet, Violet, or Yui. Weirdly familiar girl, red girl, mean kitchen girl. My new tier list for these 3. Okay. I think I'm gonna go Scarlet, or at least for the first round. We're gonna go Scarlet, Yui, and then Violet. I think that's my tier list. Scarlet's at the top mostly because I want to know about the magazine thing. that there's like a little bit of mystery there. So yeah, we'll start with Scarlet. Alright, we'll make it happen. Why did she sigh? Why did cats sigh? It didn't take long to find Scarlet. She found me first. She had just burst through my door and was trying to catch her breath as she slammed it shut behind her. Mirenia! Thank God you're okay. Oh my God. This is not what I thought was gonna happen. I'm so confused. What's going on, Scarlet? Long story short, I experimented with some of the local fauna on the island earlier. There's really nothing like it. It's really incredible. And, I messed up my intro with you earlier, and... Whoa, slow down. I made a new chemical compound that causes amnesia. It's amazing! Wow, that's not something you hear every day. The cool thing is, applying just the right amount to a person can make them forget specific things. Who they are, how to write, anything. The bad thing is... Something slammed into the door outside. I almost jumped up from the surprise. Give me brains! And bananas! What is happening? Applying too much turns people to rabid monkey zombies, hell-bent on eating human brains. What? And bananas! Dear God. Not the bananas. The door slammed again. It sounded like it was about to be knocked down. We need to get out of here, and fast. Four busted through the door and blocked our only exit. Give me brains and bananas! I'll get him out of the way. It'll give you time to run. I've got a better idea. Scarlet blasted Four with a white powder, covering his face entirely. He flailed wildly for a few seconds, then fell to the ground unconscious. What is going on? I am so confused. The music and sound effects is like being in a digital circus. It really is. It really is, but it's so good. It's weirdly good. What was that? Let's just say Four is seeing all the bananas he wants now, and we'll leave it at that. Follow me. We ran outside of the mansion as fast as we could. How did this even happen? Oh, I was afraid you'd ask that. I heard from Tara that you'd lost your memories, and I wanted to see if I could help you get them back. So I, may have experimented on the Brothers 5 to see if I could erase their memories and bring them back. I must have done the numbers wrong. I did way too much. I didn't realize their brains were so empty in the first place. Jesus. In a weird way. That's really sweet, Scarlet. Thanks. Crazy, but still, thanks. Amnesia squared, good solution? Yes, indeed. Obviously the answer. I'll fix this, I swear. I just need time to make an antidote. Luckily, I left my tools and supplies pretty near here. We can stay there till we've got an antidote. Sounds like a plan. Lead the way. This is not what I thought our date was gonna be like, by the way. Wait, where are the other girls? Do you think they're still inside? They're actually trapped inside the library right now. Oh shit! We've got to go back and save them! I don't know how to say this, but I accidentally turned them into zombies too. But they were a little bit much, so I locked them in the library. Huh? We're doomed, aren't we? Scarlet and I passed the time talking about the craziness that was going on and coming up with a plan to save everybody. She seemed to be quite frazzled, despite seeming so put together, but I could tell she really did care about the infected. Not enough to prevent this from happening in the first place, but enough. I watched her build a machine that she insists can turn them back to normal, but looking at it, help but be a little skeptical. Alright, it's showtime. You really think this'll work? You bet. I made it after all. No, Tara, I know, right? I am not happy about this. They need to leave Tara alone. Looks like the coast is clear here. We walked to the outside of the library undetected, but we definitely weren't alone in here. Alright, it's time to save our friends. Brains! They're coming right at us. Nothing to worry about. I'm sorry, what? That's so loud! We're just gonna turn that down for a moment, since that's not seeming to go away. Oh my goodness. My ears. She is something. Alright, let's back up so I can actually read these. I was trying to click through. This is payback for you guys acing your introductions. I'm sorry, what? Oh, nothing. You sure that's gonna cure them? Of course. What does it look like I'm doing? Something told me Scarlet was enjoying this a little too much. What the hell? I take my eyes off the cameras for 1 second and there's zombies in the house. Not for much longer. Promise. We spent the rest of the day administering the antidote to each person. Each of them knocked out as soon as we delivered the cure. Not quite the first date you expected, huh? You can say that again. It was definitely a first, though. Yeah, she's so much more wild than Allie. I thought Allie was the wild one out of the whole bunch. But maybe it's Scarlet. Like, woof. Every time I think we've topped it. Here, I'll turn the sound back up a little bit, but that was a lot. Pat told me that to make a date exciting, I had to get your heart racing. I think I did a pretty good job at that. You think? I guess that's technically true, but aren't there easier ways? Something tells me this woman is full of more surprises. I stumbled back to my room and plopped onto my bed. Who'd be coming at this hour? Shuffled over in a haze. Hey there, Mirenia. Sorry to bother you this late. It's alright. What's up, Kat? Don't mind me. Just gonna make myself real comfortable. Kat walked by me and comfortably sat herself on my bed. I really gotta get one of these beds for myself already. I closed the door, then sat facing her on the opposite side of the bed. This feels familiar. It's kind of like we've done this before. So what brings you here tonight? Can't stop thinking about me? You wish. Unfortunately, it's my job to help you survive until the end of the show. And that means checking in with you every night to see how you're doing, and making sure you're doing your best on ratings. That's nice of you. Thanks, Kat. Well, to be honest, I don't have a choice. Finding a new person to take your place would be a recruiting nightmare. Back to what I'm here for. Your date today with Scarlet was a ratings knockout. I don't know if I'd call what you two had a date, but you two have become quite the popular ship for our viewers. We did put on quite a show, didn't we? Wow, thanks for caring about us, guy. Yeah, for real. Unfortunately, I have to keep you alive. No kidding. There's not a person who watched today's broadcast who doubts that she's your first soulmate candidate. That said, let's sprinkle a little more drama into the mix. More romance, less zombies. Tomorrow, I want you to find who your second soulmate candidate is and ask them out on a date instead. Alright, sounds good to me. I would have expected more resistance, but I guess you understand your situation. Without those ratings getting higher and higher every day, they'll axe the show, and your life with it. I guess that makes sense in some warped way. I'm impressed at how well you took that. I'd almost think it wasn't your first time on a life or death killing dating show. Well, that's pretty much what I needed to tell you. It's getting late, and we've both got big days tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. Night, Mirenia. Good. She was gone before I had a chance to finish. Guess it's time to call it a night. Oh! Okay. I'm gonna hydrate. See what happens here. The sound of waves. Hey. I can hear her call out to me within a dream. It's you. I love you, Mirenia. I always will. And I'll always love you too. My mouth moves on its own. Even if there's so many other women on this show, they could never be you. I held her tight and kissed her. You promise? I promise. Promises are unbreakable, you know. That's what you told me. I meant every word I said. She smiled at me. You better have. Your face is becoming clearer to me with every day that goes by. I know you're here with me, but which one are you? Anyone else wake up with the world's worst headache? Tell me about it. What did we even do yesterday? Honestly, I can't remember. Though I did have a dream that we were being chased by someone. Oh, really? And who was that? I think it was Scarlet. What are the odds of that? I think I dreamed the same thing. As did I. She locked us in the library, then shot us to pieces. Whoa, that's the same dream I had. What do you think? Made you all dream up that? Either way, it was just a dream. Yui used mean glare. It's super effective. Come now, there's no point getting upset at someone at what they did in a dream. You're right, Violet. And yet... I seem to remember you being there too, Mirenia. Oh man, how am I gonna talk my way out of this one? Some way or another, Scarlet and I managed to convince everybody it was a crazy coincidence. At least, I think we did. Violet was skeptical. Naturally, she had every right to be. Everything she dreamed really did happen. Let's hope this wasn't the kind of dream that comes back again. There you are, Mirenia. I've been looking for you. It's time to decide who's your second soulmate candidate. Convenient dreams, indeed. Thank you for the lurk, Falca. Enjoy. Cat moved in closer to whisper. Not like you really have a choice, though. So without further ado, Mirenia, who's the unlucky girl? We're gonna spend... Man... It feels too obvious that Yui would be the girl we're talking to at night. Right? Is it too obvious it would be her because she seems familiar and we knew each other from high school or whatever? I feel like she's there to throw us off, but I also am probably most likely totally wrong. I just am curious about theories on this. Let's talk to Yui. We're gonna spend time with Yui. Yeah, although maybe it's a twist thing, I just don't know. I don't know what to believe. All I see is red herrings everywhere for real. Little bit of red herring syndrome there. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yes, I made a bet with 4 you'd choose Yui today. Great choice, Mirenia. I knew I could count on you. Weird. That was a... She's never given that response before. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait. What if the stuff that's happening at night is part of the show too? Like somehow. Like, what if I'm supposed to pick Yui? And then I find out that it's all been fake this entire time. Eh? That's my number 1 theory so far on this. That's what I'm going with. That's what I am going with. Alright. Let's get this show on the road. I'm probably totally wrong. I kind of hope I'm wrong. She's got a theory. A game theory. The forest to the north of the house was as serene as could be. With each step forward, I felt the soft earth give away beneath my feet and the wind caress my skin. Green as far as the eye can see, and her in a flowing white dress, standing in the middle of it all. Hey there, Mirenia. What you doing all the way out here? This seems too perfect. You know what? I'm squinting at you, Yui. You squint. I was looking for you, Yui. I was hoping we could spend some time together. Then consider me the luckiest girl in the whole world. Yui had the cutest giggle, the kind that can instantly put a smile on your face. Well, you found me now. Here to join me for a walk? I'd like that. It's difficult not to say what's gonna happen. Please don't, though. I appreciate you restraining yourself. We started to walk down the forest path together. Look at this! This is too sunflowers, butterflies, birds, like... My goodness. It's like someone's writing a fairy tale. I couldn't help but be fascinated by her hair, flowing like water in the wind.
Anonymous gifted Adduction a subscription. An anonymous user gifted a tier 1 sub to Adduction.
Oh my goodness! Thank you, anonymous gifter, for that gifted sub to Adduction. Adduction, and enjoy your sub and your emotes. Thank you, whoever that was. I appreciate you. That burb has the look of evil in its eyes. It kinda does. It's looking right at us. It's looking right at us. Alright. I couldn't help but be fascinated by her hair, flowing like water in the wind. It does look a bit murdered of. It does. I doubt you remember, but I'm from way out in the country. I grew up surrounded by animals, nature, you name it. It was just me and my grandma, my sisters, and the alpacas, and my bunnies, Bun and Bun Bun, and the chickens, and too many farm animals to count. Alright, I feel like to answer your question from earlier, nature takes me back home. Do you still live there? Yep, wouldn't have it any other way. Though I had moved to the city for a bit, way back when. You know, that's when I met you. How'd we meet? Well, you know, one thing I hated about the city is that everyone's in a rush. People just walk by each other as if they're obstacles to get past, instead of, well, people. I came to the city alone. Didn't know left from right. And I got lost. I swear every building looks the same. You can say that again. I'd try to ask people for directions to where I would live or where the school was, but no one would give me the time of day. She a country girl? Aw, heck yeah, all suspicion removed. I like her now, country girl shock. Aoka's found their girl. Do you like her more than Tara now? Has she moved up the tier list at all? Except for you. I helped you? Yeah. You didn't even know me, but you took the time to help me figure my way around. Gosh, I'd never been so embarrassed in my life. I shall sip. I don't know, Tara hit my empath spot real— yeah, me too. Why were you embarrassed? You know, shy. We found out later we went to the same high school, but we never talked too much after that. Oh, I'm sorry about that. No, it's not your fault, Mirenia. I had to move back home pretty soon after anyway. Well, I'm happy I'm getting a second chance to get to know you better, Yui. Feel the same way, Mirenia. You're just like how I remember. Well, actually, the whole trying to date 5 girls at a time thing came out of nowhere, but life is full of surprises, I guess. It shouldn't take long to remove them from the equation. What? Excuse me? Feel like I need to create some distance between us. Like, what? Yui gonna kill some folk. Yeah, that's kind of what it seems like. Yui's scurry. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's very Doki Doki. Oh my goodness. Sorry, what did you say? I couldn't hear you. Just a little joke. I was just saying, I'm so happy to see you again. Here's to the future. We spent the rest of the day taking in the nature and making up for lost time. Apparently I was always ending up in trouble back then. I guess not much has changed. Something about Yui made it so easy to open up. Found myself almost telling her the truth about the show several times. Even though I couldn't tell her the whole truth, I could tell her just enough of what was worrying me to make me feel at home and at ease. Sorry, my dog was bothering one of my cats and I needed to tell him to go lay down. Whatever's getting you down, I'm sure it'll all be okay. No matter what, I'm on your side, Mirenia. Yeah. I hope I stay on your side so you don't murder me in my sleep. Because that's kind of where I'm at right now with Yui. Yeah, for real? I shall sip. I was about to enter my room when I felt a familiar tap on my shoulder. Hey there, Mirenia. Got a minute? Let me just make sure Scarlet and Yui see me come in here. Fan some flames. Sorry, what? Cat looked around, smiled, then went into my room. I followed suit. First, the good news. Thanks to my plan, we've gotten enough ratings to avoid early canning. People loved it when you and Scarlet were the main ship, but loved it even more after Yui kicked off this competition. I'm glad to hear I get to live another day. For now, at least, but that can change on a dime, so keep it up. Between those two, do you have a favorite? Maybe the one who doesn't want to murder me? You think? Is that who we should go with? I feel like that's who we should go with. Right? Yeah, but like murder Cray? But wait. They took a minigun. They took a minigun to the other girls. Oh god. Oh no. Okay. Alright. Okay. Okay. I closed my eyes and I picked. That's how I did that. Alright. I think I have a better connection with Scarlet right now. I don't even know, like, what I was scrolling over. It would be really funny if I was just scrolling over Scarlet over and over again. I hope that was somewhat fair. It's amazing how brilliant she is, and I can't ever quite place her. She's fascinating. I had a feeling you'd say that, and you're right to say that. Well, we'll see how things go with her. Something tells me you'll get a chance to hang out with her again soon. Anyway, that's it for today. Keep it up, and who knows, you might just be the first one to make it out of here. Night, Mirenia. Good night, Cat. She left my room, closing the door behind her. Guess it's time to turn in for the night. Hey, this is pleasant music. Right? Like, maybe we'll have good times tonight. Sometimes the most precious Okay, let's try this again. Sometimes the most precious moments are the most mundane. It's just the two of us, spending the evening together in the games room. Oh! Is it Tara? Please tell me it's Tara. I'm reading a book, and at the same time watching her rage against an opponent in a fighting game. I think it's Tara. I think it's Tara. It's fun to watch her savor each victory, or explode with profanity when she loses. Life is good. It's times like these where you wish life could always be this simple. Sometimes in those moments, people wish for more excitement, for fame, for fortune, for anything but the ordinary. But all I want is the ordinary with you. Fuck you! What? 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 Oh. She's yelling at the game. Okay. Sorry, brain. My brain was being a little... Yep. I get it now. I thought something bad was happening. I'm so sorry. Alright, back to calm. I love this woman so much. Oh, and then it's over. Okay. In the morning, the girls and I decided to hang out in the garden outside the house. It's gotta be Tara, right? It's gotta be Tara. I hope so. Oh wow, there's all kinds of flowers here that I've never seen here before. Really? You've never seen a tulip? Grandma and I only grew hyacinths back home, so nope. Not even on the internet? And I thought I had to get out more. I can believe that. The only flowers I ever work with are Venus flytraps. What do you do with those? Well, we do a lot of experiments at the lab. Don't you ever find yourself thinking, wouldn't it be cool to make a Venus flytrap that could walk? Talk? No. Literally never. That is the correct answer, Tara. Thank you. It's whatever. She ran away 2 years ago. Wait, she made one and it ran away. That thing is out in the wild somewhere. Like, cannibalizing people. Like, oh my gosh, I don't know. I guess not, obviously not cannibalizing. It's not a human. You know what I mean. It's probably eating other plants too. Sometimes I need to just not say the things that pop into my brain. Both my neighbors lost their— oh no! Scarlet! She has, like, I think maybe dropped on my tier list a little bit. Not the cats. I miss you, Fluffy. You sure they were lost? Tea's ready. Thanks, Violet. I got a cup for everybody. The aroma from the tea really worked up my appetite. I have prepared some streets. She's prepared some streets for us as well. Cleaned them quite nice. Please enjoy. We spent the rest of the morning eating delicious treats and sipping on delicious tea, as we theorized what might have happened to Fluffy. Personally, my money's on the felines being the culprits. Every cat I've met has had a nasty surprise up their sleeve. I found Cat in the same place she found me yesterday. Morning, Mirenia. It's time to decide who's your last soulmate candidate. Oh man, I'm gonna make a killing from today's bet with 4. The poor guy. He doesn't know you've been rigging the show? What he doesn't know can't hurt him. Don't think that's what's happening. I'm pretty sure this is hurting him significantly in a financial sense. Anyway, after you make your choice, it'll be just between the 3 soulmate candidates from here on out. Oh, wait just a second. What is— I thought somebody would ask, so let me explain. If you don't get chosen, we'll make the rest of this show a tropical getaway for you. You'll still be able to see the other girls and live in the mansion, so really, it's no big deal. Tara did a little fist bump. So without further ado, Mirenia, who is the last unlucky girl? If I eat the streets quickly and aggressively, could it be said I go hard in the streets? Oh my god. Oh, Yoka. Alright. We're picking Violet. Alright, we'll make it happen. Give us a minute to set up the scene, then go find her. Oh, my least favorite. I had just gone outside the mansion to find Violet when a white limousine drove up and stopped in front of me. One stepped out from the driver's seat and walked towards me. Mirenia, good day. Please do enter. What's with the formal talk? Please, just get into the car, Mirenia. You already heard what she did to my bro. He opened the passenger door and ushered me inside. I shrugged and went inside. What's the worst that could happen on a death game dating show? We sat in silence as one drove me to what looked like some sort of fancy restaurant, then escorted me inside. Watch them make her awesome and we'd be like, dang it, game, throwing me around, giving me whiplash. Yeah, you know what? They might. Bonjour, tutor. I trust my new butler brought you here safely. Yeah, he did. What's going on, Violet? I thought I would give you a chance to have some alone time with the star of the show is all. I am told this is what people do when they are, quote-unquote, courting. Have you never been on a date before? Of course I have. I've read all the manuals on the subject. I'll have you know I've studied every book of the lusty new Asian maid series and know them all by heart. Just impressed, I'm sure. Sure. That's, yeah, a word for it. Pardon my interruption. I've brought your food. Please be seated, honored guests. Violet and I sat at a table in the center of the palace as one placed each dish onto the table one by one. He seemed to linger over the meatballs as he brought them over. Thank you, one. Please, don't hold yourself back. Don't think I will. This food looks incredible and probably worth more than my life. You're right on both counts, Mirenia. Not very nice. I'm ecstatic you like the assortment. I planned it myself. You're a chef? You could say that. What do you mean? Anyway, tell me more about yourself, Mirenia. There's not too much to say. Amnesia is a hell of a drug. You do not remember your past? Yeah, bummer, right? Then rest assured, I will find the finest scientists in all the land to help you recover your memory when this is over. That would be great. Thanks, Violet. Think nothing of it. It's the duty of those with more to give back, no? And are they gonna make her likable? Though, have you ever thought, perchance, that this is actually a blessing in disguise? What do you mean? Many of us would be happier not knowing what drags us down. And that may be true, but still, I need to know. You sound just like the reference examples in the romance manuals. Consider me impressed. You know, those manuals are just regular old fiction novels, right? You're quite funny, Mirenia. An admirable trait to have. I like that. Anyway, you haven't told me about yourself, Violet. Who are you? What do you do for fun? I'd like to know. Being the scion of the Valentines does not leave much time for fun, I'm afraid. Even on this show, I spend most of my waking hours managing the Valentines restaurant businesses. But I suppose, if I have a spell of time, I enjoy baking. I don't get it. Why are you embarrassed by liking baking? Everyone has a hobby. Baking is something of a servant hobby, according to my parents. When they found out I was enjoying that, well, they made sure to put a stop for me doing it ever again. I totally mixed all of those words around with all the restaurant work. It's a bit ironic, isn't it? You know what? I do know of what, but what do you mean? Who cares what your parents think? Here, on this island a million miles out, they can't stop you. Oh. Double-clicked. How about we find some time together to bake up for lost time? She laughed like a child. That would be wonderful, Mirenia. I'll make some time on my calendar for you. We spent the next few hours enjoying the finest meal that money could buy. Each course was better than the last, just like each chapter of the lusty new Asian maid, according to Violet. Something tells me that the same applies to every moment I'll share together with Violet. She wasn't that bad. Like, when she's not bossing people around, she really is not that bad. After today's date, I went out for a short walk outside the mansion. Oh, hey Mirenia. Hey Kat, what's up? Let's not waste any time. I gotta get back to editing, and you know what I want to hear. I know Scarlet was your favorite till now, but maybe Violet has shaken things up a bit? Who's number one now? I don't know. I think Scarlet still. Maybe. She gives me the bossy but soft-centered vibes. Yeah, like maybe there's like something underneath there. Some layers, like Shrek, you know? Some layers going on. Yes, I just compared Violet to Shrek. And for that, I'm going to pick her now. Shaked is not a... Yeah, that's why I just auto-corrected it to shake it. My brain still had a hard time with it for a second. All have their pros and cons. Yeah, no, that's for sure. That is true. Though I've known her for less time, I think I like Violet more. I don't know as much as I'd like about Violet just yet, but I know more than anything that I just want to keep learning more about her. Can't wait to see her again. You really do change your mind like the wind, huh? Doesn't matter to me, though. I'm your producer, not your life coach. Anyway, I've good news that you might be interested in. What's that? My plan was a success. Having 3 soulmate candidates has worked magic for our ratings. I kind of liked her better. I feel like she just grew up through snobbiness. Yeah. Oh, taught snobbiness. Yeah. I see what you're saying. Like, maybe she kind of wants to pull away from that. Hey, cadet, welcome in. Broken leg sucks. Oh, I'm so sorry. How are you feeling today? Any better? Is it worse? I hope they've got you on, like, something that's helping with some of the pain. That's rough. Like the blonde girl in Stardew Valley? I haven't played enough of Stardew Valley to know. Yeah, same here. Same here, dude. Like, hope you feel better soon. Alright, 1 second. My dog needs to go outside, so I'm just gonna take, like, a quick BRB here. I'll just turn, like, the game music up a little bit. You can listen to this music. I will be right back, okay? Okay, I am back. Thanks for being patient. Pepper has been let outside. I did give him head pats for all of y'all. Specifically, Ayoka, since you asked. I read that as Scream. We'll be right back. Alright, let me turn our music back down. I go a little bit of it, but nothing crazy. Alright. Let's get back into this. Which, of course, means the show will go on. That's awesome. So I'm safe now? Just for now, though we're not out of the woods just yet. We need to make sure the next stretch of the show rates even higher. It's time for Phase 2. Over the next 3 days, you'll go a second date with each of the girls you've already dated. Just imagine how much higher our ratings would be if our viewers got to see even more of their favorites falling in love. Just imagine that sweet ad revenue rolling in. Jesus. Sorry, I got distracted for a second. Sound good to you? Sounds like a plan to me. Good. That's what I like to hear. Tomorrow morning, I'll be asking you who you want to have your first second date with. Put some thought into that. Sometimes the order of content is just as important as the content itself for ratings. Will do. Thanks, Kat. No biggie. I gotta get back to work, so I'll see you later. Night. I waved goodbye to her as we walked away from the mansion. Guess it's time to turn in for the night. Oh. Thank you for the head pat. Sophie literally climbed onto me and started making biscuits with her paws. She's like, hey, I need attention. Aw, that's cute. That is adorable. We borrowed a boat and went for a cruise around the island. I love the way the wind feels. Why is that? Feels like freedom. Can't get enough of it. No cameras, no people, nothing to stop me from... She pulled me close and kissed me on the lips. For a moment, time stopped, and we were the only two people that existed. Doing what I want. Wasn't this an alley date? It sounds like an alley date. Oh, are our dreams just memories of these dates that we've been on all these cycles? It is me. I changed my username so I'm more easily recognizable. Hey, the cursed one. How are you doing? Welcome in. Welcome in. How's it going? I smiled. I'm pretty sure we don't need to be all the way out here just for a kiss. I guess you're right. After all, it's hotter if people are watching. Oh god. We laughed together as we cruised along till the sun went down. The world was ours. The sound of waves grew louder and louder, threatening to pull me back into reality. Will I know you before I'm taken under? I wonder... This song is like slightly louder. Yeah, maybe the dreams we're having are just memories of the dates that we've had with the various girls, you know? It's very possible. Alright. Then you set the meat at around 300 degrees for 40 minutes. Okay. Got it. Tara furiously scribbled down notes. Wait a minute. Couldn't I just cook it for 600 degrees for 20 minutes? That's not how cooking works. That's not quite how this works, I'm afraid. But the math checks out. What's going on? Oh, good morning, Mirenia. How do you do? I'm teaching Tara the proper way to prepare a pot roast. So far, I'd say it's going pretty well. Tara will be the one to prepare lunch today instead of me. Tara turned one of the dials on the stove as far as it would go to the right, and the student has surpassed the master. Ooh, a pot roast. It's been a long time since I've had a pot roast. On second thought, perhaps I'll prepare an alternative course. One moment, please. Oh, ye of little faith. Time for the moment of truth. Lunch is served. Tara was nervously clasping her hands tight. It's gonna be really good, isn't it? Maybe? It's delicious! Yep. Aw, yay for Tara! We love Tara. We love Tara so much. I did it! Oh my gosh! Tara did a little dance in celebration and gave Violet a high five. Should I become a food vlogger? I'm a cooking savant. This talent shouldn't be wasted. Psst, hey Violet. What is it, Mirenia? Is this what you cooked, or is this what Tara cooked? Violet smiled and winked at me. Aww. That's, okay. Oh, Violet, your brownie points. That's pretty freaking adorable. I don't know what you're talking about. She sipped on her soup contently. I couldn't help but smile back at her. Damn, this was the best meal I've ever had. Granted, my memory only goes back about 4 days, but still, it counts for something. That was some slickness, for real. Almost made me forget she's shoveling. Morning, Mirenia. Congrats, you've made it to the 4th day. And you've become the first person to have not 1, not 2, but 3 soulmate candidates. Yeah, that's true. Scarlet was the one that shot everyone. Violet's the one who's just really, really mean to the Brothers 5. She's really, really mean to them. Granted, soulmate candidates don't really exist, but hey, we'll edit that part out. You should be really, really proud of yourself. I can't tell if you're being serious or not. I'll leave that for you to guess. Anyway, between your 3 lucky romantic interests, who do you want to spend today with? Okay, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Scarlet, Violet, or Yui? The one that shot all the, made all the girls turn into zombies and then cured them with a minigun. Violet, who is, kind of rich and snobby, but somehow kind of also sweet. And then Yui, who's super sweet and we knew from high school, but also wants to murder everyone? Those are the options. Yeah, I'm pretty curious about Yui as well. I don't hate this music, by the way. Yui sounds like a great choice. Alright, let's go with Yui. Let's do it. We're curious. I knew it! Damn, I should have made another bet with 4. Anyway, Yui's somewhere in the fields behind the mansion. I'll be filming as usual. Get a move on. I could see Yui waving at me from the top of the hill. Hey there, Mirenia. It's nice to see you again. It's nice to see you too, Yui. You wanted to show me something? Now that I was closer, I could see Yui was holding one hand behind her back. Believe me, it's the most amazing thing you've ever seen. Behold! Oh, it's a bunny! It's so cute! By the way, what are all the little icons next to everyone's names? It depends. Some of them are badges from, events that Twitch has done, like the Twitch Recap 2023 one. Some of it's, sub badges and founder badges for the channel. The sword is, a mod badge. There's, all kinds of badges that you can have on Twitch. Blood badges. It was indeed a bunny. Where did this little guy come from? To be honest, I've got no idea. I wonder if he's a wild one or maybe somebody's pet. I've asked around, but it doesn't look like he belongs to anybody. So I've been taking care of him since I found him. I just couldn't help myself, you know? Yui's smile was as earnest as could be. Didn't you have a pet bunny back home? I had two. Bun and Bun Bun. What original names. I'm holding my breath I'm so worried for this bunny right now. Like, I want to take it and hold it and keep it safe because I'm so scared. So this is Bun Bun Bun. I have a suspicion she's gonna kill him. I'm so worried about that too. So worried about that. Oh, thank you for the follow, Crow Omen Knights. And with that, we met our follower goal. Thank you so much for that. How are you? Welcome in. I suppose that means I need to do this. There we go. Welcome in. I hope you're having a good evening or day or whatever time it is. I read that as woman night. Welcome in. Yeah, thankfully it's got the capitalization for me. Goal. Yes. My brain be not able to read it all. I feel you. I've been there. Welcome in. Oh, I'm so scared for this bunny. Both of them are total rascals, but Bun 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 here is a good boy, aren't you? Oh god. Poor Bun Bun Bun. She nuzzled against Bun Bun Bun's head. Yes, you are. Nuzzle, nuzzle. We played with the bunny for a little while. She picked the bunny up and held it in her arms. Bun 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 looked quite content. Oh god. You know, you're pretty amazing with animals, Yui. I feel like I'm speaking to... Maybe that's fine. Maybe she's not going to do anything bad. Well, I've been surrounded by animals my whole life. Back in my house, well, to be honest, it was more of a barn than anything. Since my sisters were too young, and Grandma was getting up there, I'd take care of all the animals. Thanks for this introduction. Grandma's taken care of them ever since they were born. My parents were supposed to take care of them after Grandma retired, but, well, you know, life happens. I'm just glad to have what I have. Ah. Bun 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 had managed to squeeze out of her hands and ran off. We gotta catch him. Let's go. On it. I ran as fast as I could after Bun Bun Bun, but it was no use. The distance kept widening. Before long, we couldn't even see him anymore. Sorry I couldn't catch him. He's really fast for something so small. No, don't worry about it. Bun 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 likes to do this all the time. He's a bit mischievous, but he won't do anything dangerous. We can take our time looking for him, if you're willing to help. Of course, Yui. We started walking towards where we last saw Bun Bun Bun, right after we caught our breath again. Gosh, it's so nice to be outside. Wait, isn't it so nice to be outside? The smell of fresh air, the breeze. There's nothing like it. There really isn't. I smiled. At first, I was really excited to go to the city. There's so many people, so many things to do, so many beautiful things. And most of all, I got to meet you. Shucks, you're gonna make me blush. She laughed and touched my arm. Even so, the city's just not my thing. It's a little bit funny, though the reason I had to come home all of a sudden was terrible. A little part of me was glad to be home. Ever had that kind of feeling before? I have. It's strange, but sometimes there's good in the bad, and sometimes that good can outweigh the bad. Exactly. You get it, Mirenia. My family's never been closer, and that's all I want. They told me to make a lot of money in the city, make something of myself, all that. It might seem old-fashioned, but I just want to put the people I love first. Hey Kai, how are you doing? Welcome in. How's it going? Did you end up finishing this last night? Good, how are you? I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Can we get a shout out for Kai? Actually, Kai, we raided Kai last night. They were super awesome, really welcoming, and they were actually playing this game last night too. I did not. I'm on episode 5, I believe. Ooh, okay. Okay. Oh man, how long did you play? There's like so much to this game, like a lot more. I just thought it was going to be shorter, I guess. Like, I'm sure it's shorter if you're just like reading it to yourself and whatnot, but thank you so much. Yeah, no worries. No worries. That's all you got in life, really? I'm curious. What do you put first in life? Let's do either family or happiness. Depends on what you mean by family. I feel like friends can be family, yeah. Like found family, kinda. I played for like 4 hours. I also thought it'd be shorter. Oh, okay, wow. Alright, well, we'll see. We only played for about 3 yesterday. Let's do happiness. Happiness. If you don't have that, what do you have? Oh, is that so? I think we'd make a great team then. We talked for several hours about what we wanted out of life. We seemed to match up perfectly. I was beaming the whole time. It was hard to believe that. It's Bun Bun Bun! Yui pointed in front of us, and sure enough, there was Bun Bun Bun, chomping on a bush. For a free visual novel, it would seem to be a thing one could reasonably... Yeah, for sure. Oh, I've never seen anyone move so fast. Yui descended on Bun 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 like a hawk and grabbed him in an instant. You are going back to your den, you bad little bunny. But I'm happy you're safe. She nuzzled her face against his fur. Bun 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 was practically purring with delight. Man, I was so worried there for a second. Then she looked right at me. I can't promise I could give you the most exciting life, with the most twists and turns around every corner. But I can promise that if you chose me, always be by your side, no matter what. I'm very surprised that this is free, easily worth like 10 to 15 so far. Yeah, for real. Agreed. Agreed. Wherever you are, I'd come running. Always. She took a step towards me and kissed my cheek. We locked eyes, and for that time, all I could see was her, and how beautiful she was. Bun 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 seemed to be a little jealous after that. Thanks again for the help, Mirenia. Being with you made this all go a lot faster, and it made it really special to me. Anytime, Yui. I'm happy to. We walked back together to the mansion, holding hands and smiling all the while. Okay, what happened to her whole wanting to murder people thing? Is she... Was it... I was feeling a bit restless after today's date to wait in my room, so I went downstairs to relax. Looks like someone had the same idea I did. Wow, so nothing ridiculous happened in that date. I'm so surprised. I was so scared for that bunny's life. Like, so scared for my bunny's life. My bunny? Yes, I apparently adopted that bunny in that, like, 5-minute interaction. That's our Bun 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 now. Aside from Yui, who else did you choose? So, for, like, the first two, I picked Tara and Ellie. The cursed one with the Prime sub. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. Welcome in. And enjoy your emotes. You've got some emotes now. We got some cute ones, little cuties. Hopefully we'll be getting some more soon. But thank you for that. Kat was relaxing on the sofa with a bottle of red wine in hand. Hey there, Mirenia. Care for a glass? Or 5? Yeah, sure, why not? Sure, I'd love a glass. Now that's what I'm talking about. She handed me a glass and poured until it was full. Whoa, maybe a little too much. What's life without a few risks? Bong? Much like your remaining lifespan. Kat filled her glass to the brim and downed it in one go. She laughed and lightly jabbed me. I felt like I was finally getting to see her real smile. Kat started chugging down the bottle. You okay? I work on a TV show that kills innocent people for shits and giggles. How okay do you think I could be? That is fair. You might want to stop drinking that. You're more of a buzzkill than Damien, and I don't even know how that's possible. He's killed people with buzzsaws. Sorry, Mirenia, I didn't mean that. It's okay, Kat. No worries. Now that you mention it, how did you end up working here anyway? Oh, you know, the old career fair down the block. She laid down on the sofa. If you're here for the daily interview where I ask you about your day, I already have enough footage for today. As strange as it might sound, Kat, I'm here because I'm worried about you. And why's that? People who chug a whole bottle of wine in one night usually aren't in the best place. Worry about yourself, Mirenia. If you knew some of the things I'd done to survive, you wouldn't be trying to comfort me. From what it sounds like, no one really has any choice. You just focus on being a ratings You just focus on being a ratings magnet on your dates. I'll be fine. Thanks, Mirenia. If you don't mind, I'd like to be alone. Good night, Kat. Don't stay up too late. Great, the walking corpse is giving me advice on how to live now. Do I really look that bad right now? Good night, Kat. I hurried along. Now hold on just a... If only I could escape this island as easily as I could from a very, very drunk cat. Wait a minute. If Kat's drunk, then who's making sure today's episode is good? Something tells me I'm not going to sleep very well tonight. Hey, pulled one over her like she does with you. Yep. I kind of feel bad for her. Like, if she's innocent, but at the same time, like, she's kind of like letting this happen. But she might not have much of a choice. Like, Damien might have something over her. Who knows? Oh, it's happy music this time. The two of us were lying down in a grassy field, watching the world pass us by. Where would you want to go when we're out of here? The countryside. Seems like it'd be the only place nowadays that you can get some peace and quiet. That does sound nice. Would you come with me? I know it's not for everybody, and it's missing a lot of the... You don't even have to ask, love. Of course I'm coming with you. We're a team, right? We're a team. She moved closer. I held her tight in my arms. Mom would have loved you. I wish you would have had a chance to meet her. I know. We'll make sure our kid gets a chance to meet theirs, though. Her face turned bright red. What? Say that after we're actually engaged. It's cute how embarrassed she gets. You mean it? Every word. You're sweet. Not as sweet as you. And here we are at another day. You've got to be kidding. My goodness, he really said that? Yeah, and he was all like, whoa, what the hell is that? A flash of white raced through the kitchen, sending the girls into a frenzy. What the hell is that? Coming through, sorry. Yui practically bulldozed through the other girls in the kitchen. What's going on? I take it back. Bun 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 is a bad boy. He just seems so well behaved, I thought I'd let him outside again, and... Not as sweet as you. Ew. Bun 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 effortlessly swerved past Yui, under Violet, and leapt on to Allie. Oh! Oh my gosh, Allie's hair under her hat is adorable. Can we all just say that? The little buns on the side? Love it. Bun 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 somehow made his way up to her head and took her cap in his mouth. Hey, give that back! Bun 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 seemed to sneer at Allie, then leapt away and ran off. Get back here! Allie started chasing Bun 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 with all she had, but somehow he always stayed one step ahead of her. This looks like a job for me. I'm going to need a Venus flytrap and a few bottles of... Bun 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 leapt onto Scarlet. Get it off! It is quite humorous that a mere bunny has eluded you all for this long. Think you could catch it? Why, of course! Watch him master it! Bun 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 leapt onto Violet's face. Ah! Get this foul creature off of me! Bun 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 sneered with contempt. Someone do something! At that moment, I realized that Tara was recording Violet's struggles. I'm helping in just a second. Bun 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 leapt off of Violet onto the kitchen floor and ran out. Give me my cat back! I do suppose a nice rabbit stew is on for lunch today. Tara knows where the content's at. Bun Bun about to get cooked. For real, though. Huh, I guess I should help too. You up to help, Mirenia? I don't see why not. Time for round 2. Now quick, before he gets too far. I'm right behind you! We spent the rest of the morning trying to catch Bun Bun Bun. Emphasis on trying. This music is ridiculous. This whole game is ridiculous. In the best of ways. It's been such a surprise. That bunny is on something. I'm calling it now. This music always throws me off. Me too. We finally managed to catch him by baiting him with some food Violet reluctantly made. And even then, he didn't make it easy. Let's hope the rest of today is a little more relaxed. Good morning, Cat. I've been looking for you. Ugh, not so loud, please. My head's killing me from all that wine last night. I still had to edit our broadcast after that, which didn't help. Somehow this scene feels familiar. Something tells me that my chance of surviving goes down for every open bottle of alcohol on the island. Went from Three Stooges music to Persona music, right? It's all, this game is all over the place. Like, it goes from 0 to 100 real fast. Maybe I should spend today reenacting Prohibition instead of going on a date. You do know how Prohibition ended, right? Anyway, back to the brass tacks. Yesterday's second date with Yui went really well. Let's keep striking the iron while it's hot. I've yet to play that game, but probably at some point. You know, I started Persona 5 and did not finish it. That's a game I would really like to play again. What I did play was very fun. Which soulmate candidate will you be going on a second date with today? Persona 5 is fantastic, hella long though. Yeah, it's like... it's far too easy to put over 100 hours in that, right? Just on like your first playthrough. I feel like that game is so long. Alright. Scarlet or Violet? Who do we want to pick? Let's see. I don't know. I feel like I like Violet slightly more. And you know, we saved our favorite girl the last time. We saved her for the very end, and things did not go well for us. So maybe we should do our favorite of the two now. Let's do that. Violet. Never played a Persona, but I've seen people play it here and there. Yep, just one playthrough. Wow, that's so much. Got too many games I need to play in my library. Yeah, I feel ya. Good old backlog. Nice. I kind of had a feeling you would. I think Violet's somewhere around the mansion. Lead the way. I found Violet taking a walk outside the mansion. Hey Violet, what's up? Hello there, Mirenia. I just thought I'd take a nice afternoon walk. This place truly does bring back memories of home. Totally off subject, but I remember playing Alien Isolation and it was messing with the alien and then it found me. I watched someone play that once and I was terrified just watching. I don't know how I would play that one. You lived on your own personal island? Nothing quite that. I don't know how to pronounce that word. Why, game, do you have to do this to me in front of everyone? I don't know. That's a fancy word. Bourgeoisie? Bourgeoisie? Like that? In my head, Persona 4 Golden is a pretty good start for someone new and it goes on sale a lot. Okay, that's good to know. That is good to know. I realized you were replying to Aoka, but I'm gonna use that info too. Alright, cool. Okay. Nothing quite that bourgeoisie. Gotta attend colors, paying respects to the Canadian flag, then food, then be back. Okay, have a good lurk, cadet. Careful with your leg. Anyway, I've got a surprise for you. Wanna see? For me, I motioned for her to follow me into the mansion. I asked Kat to full a pew strings. I really wish that my mouth worked right. That'd be super nice sometimes. I asked Kat to pull a few strings, and well, we have everything we need to bake whatever we want now. Oh my. Violet looked at me with childlike wonder in her eyes. Let's get right to it then, why don't we? She was practically shaking with excitement. Her smile and laughter was positively infectious. We decided to make a chocolate cake. It was her favorite flavor, and I don't remember mine. That said, I also don't remember a thing about how to make cakes, but with Violet, that wasn't a problem. She got me up to speed with a soft and steady hand, and before long, we had the cake in the oven baking away. I wish it took longer to make. Seeing Violet do what she loved most was a treat. When she pulled the cake out of the oven, she looked like a kid on Christmas Day. Did this game seriously test your reading out loud skills? I fumble my words all the time playing this. For real! I've been doing it so much. Now, just for the finishing touches. A little more here, a little more there. She is so cute right there. Oh my lord. Like, so cute. Those little eyes. Oh my god. She was in her own world, humming away as she danced around the cake, decorating it as she went along. I couldn't help but smile and watch her in adoration. She's pure happiness right now. I wish I could take this moment and just freeze it in time for safekeeping. No, must resist. Tara has my heart. I know! That's where I'm at right now, too. I feel like I'm betraying Tara. I wish they would let us date her. But first, Mirenia, would you mind testing it? You don't have to ask, believe me. I'm first in line to try it out. Thank you. I just am unsure if what I make is worth eating or not. Why's that? My family's caretaker, Shirley, was the one who taught me to bake. Besides, my sister, Shirley was the only one who ever bothered to try what I made. Could be no worse than when Allie did her shenanigans, yeah, for sure. Sometimes I worry they told me it's delicious just to make me feel better. I took a little off the top of her cake with my finger and licked it off. It's delicious, Violet. You better believe it. Would you want to help me a little longer? I'm having far too much fun to just stop now. I've just started making some cookies, and I find I quite enjoy your company and help, Mirenia. I'd love to. Let me know how I can help. Violet passed me a bowl full of cookie dough, then a tray. All you need to do is make little cookie-shaped pieces out of this dough, then put them on the tray. Do try not to put any of them too close together on the tray, or it'll become something of a mutant cookie in the oven. Got it. No mutant cookies here. I ripped off a piece of dough from the bowl and rolled it into the size and shape of a cookie. Perfect. You're a natural. Thanks, Violet. Wow. In the time it took me to make one, Violet had made 6 perfect cookies. She moved with mechanical efficiency as she kneaded balls of dough into perfectly shaped cookies. Wow, I thought you were great before, but you're really incredible. How long have you been doing this? Perhaps since I was about, say, 5? To this day, it remains the only thing I can best my sister at. I finished making another cookie as Violet finished 3 more. She held up one of the cookies and raised it to her face. Gotten quite skilled at this, Mirenia. I just wanted to say again, thank you for arranging this. I'm on top of the world right now. It was my pleasure, Violet. Gosh, she's adorable when she smiles. For a few seconds, we kept working on the cookies in amiable silence, our eyes locked on each other's. You said you had a sister? Why, yes, indeed. Viola Valentine. First twins in the family. She's... Oh, I'm out of my room on my tray. She flashed a devious smile in my direction, right before she lightly threw a dough ball at my face. What's with that cheeky... Before I could react, it splatted against and stuck to my face. She burst into childlike laughter. Nice catch, Mirenia. Perhaps you might try using your hands next time? Oh, it's on. I couldn't stop myself from smiling as I grabbed some ammo from my own cookie tray and threw them at her. She dodged them with ease and laughed. It's quite humorous how an old caretaker managed to do what you are struggling to do now. Throws cast iron band in protest. Much larger ammo. I interrupted her gloating with another dough ball throw. This time it made a satisfying splat against her left cheek. Strike! Oh, you are so going down. Her smile turned devilish as she grabbed another dough ball. Oh shit. I'm only a second before her next volley. Let's just go for it. I just started to reach for another dough ball from the tray when a dough ball splatted against my forehead, sending me recoiling backwards. She's fun. Yeah, I like her too. She's fun. Ah! And then another landed right next to it. Ah! Mercy! And then another crumpled to the floor in defeat. I declare this my victory in absolute confidence. She laughed as she pointed at all the dough on my face. I took the opportunity to interrupt her speech with another dough ball. It splatted right against her left cheek. Oh, you're even more dead now. Forget surviving this crazy TV show. I don't know if I'm surviving the next 5 minutes. It was like looking a tiger dead in the eye. Was it like this? Was it like that? Violet reloaded her ammo and was winding up for another throw. It was all I could do to reach for one more ball and scream in defiance. Bring it on! Some say you can still hear my screams in that kitchen to this day. We finished cleaning up after our impromptu food fight and bought the desserts that survived the Great War to the porch. Brought. There's an R there, Mirenia. There is an R there. Her smile and laughter were infectious. Pardon me, but I guess we can rule out you being a baseball player before you would come to this island. I think I get a new favorite. Is she your favorite now? She's pretty good. She's pretty cute. She put her hand tenderly against my face as she wiped off some remaining dough. We locked eyes yet again. Her eyes were practically magnetic. Thanks for playing along, Mirenia. I suppose it's been too long since I've had that much fun. So thank you for indulging my little whim. It was a lot of fun for me too, Violet. Don't mention it. Besides, I think I got a few good hits in to make it worth it. I'm worried for you. It appears your amnesia is getting even worse. Violet laughed as she picked off some more crumbs off my face and licked them off her finger. Her eyes seemed to linger on mine. I do hope we can spend more time together soon. I quite liked this. I'd like that, Violet. I had a lot of fun with you too. You're full of surprises, you know. Just wait and see. There's more where that came from. We spent the rest of the day talking and eating little desserts together on the porch. Though Violet seemed quite distant when I first met her, I learned that the real Violet was nothing like that at all, and full of surprises. She could be unexpectedly shy one moment, then mischievous as a child another. One thing is for sure, being around her makes my heart skip a beat, and the time fly. Before I realized how much time had passed, it was already pitch black outside. Seems like a nice night for a walk. Oh, hey Mirenia, what are you doing out here? Just going out for a walk. Care to join me? Sure, why not? Got a few minutes. How about we do a circle around the mansion grounds? Sounds good to me. So, how'd your date with Violet go? Oh, are we already back to our daily interviews? Did the island run out of wine? That's wholly unrelated. But yes. Anyway, my date with Violet today was awesome. It was wonderful. And that's not a word I say very often. It's not every day where you get to spend it with a woman who can turn a kitchen into a war zone. I can't remember the last time I had so much fun, and that's not the amnesia talking. Violet really is something, ain't she? No kidding. I'd expect no less from the woman who's currently our audience favorite. Whenever we get you both in the same room, ratings just soar through the roof. I can't say I'm surprised to hear that. Keep it up with what you're doing. Our ratings have only been climbing higher and higher every day. But it's not time to celebrate just yet. I know, don't worry, I'm sticking to the plan. That's good to hear. Seriously, if you got yourself killed by not following the plan at this point, you deserve it. Looks like we finished our walk. Anyway, I gotta get back to work, but it was a nice break. Night, Mirenia. Night, cat. I walked back to my room and plopped on my bed. Time to get some shut-eye. Oh hey, nice music again. It's been a while since we've had the scary nighttime music and glitchy effects. It's almost too peaceful. The scent of something delicious being freshly baked, wafted through the kitchen. It's just the two of us. Looks like this batch didn't turn out well either. Yoka, don't jinx it. Quick hide. She frowned. Hey, on the bright side, I can at least tell it's bread this time. Uh-oh, that wasn't the right thing to say. It has been a while since I've done this. Sorry, Mirenia, I wanted you to have something good. I shall sip, thank you, Adduction. I definitely am not drinking enough for how much I'm talking. I reached for one of the pieces of bread. Wait, I'm sure I took one bite, then woofed the bread down like it was the last of its kind. It's delicious. I reached for another to prove my point. Thank you for the head pat. You really mean it? I took a moment to wolf down the second piece. Cross my heart. You're just saying that. She smiled. Ah, that's the moment I've been waiting for. She hugged me with all her might. But I love that about you, you know? I love you, Mirenia. I held her tight. I love you too. For a moment, the whole world was just me and her. And that was all that mattered. What I wouldn't give to have you back like this. I feel like it would be super difficult to take me saying any of that seriously with this mustache on my face. I just happened to glance over and catch a glimpse of myself while reading that, and it was making it really difficult. Oh, God. I walked down to the kitchen where the girls were having breakfast. So how was the date? Yeah, tell us. Tara was furiously scribbling down notes with the title War Plans in bold. It was really quite not war plans. What is Tara doing? What is happening? It was really quite nice. We actually made this cake and the cookies yesterday together, Mirenia and I. I hope you all enjoy it. They're amazing, Violet. Thanks for making it for us. Thanks so much. They're so delicious. Tara scribbled, war of attrition is likely not an option. What? What are you writing there, Tara? Nothing. So, how come there's cookie batter everywhere? No matter where I look, I can see batter on every surface of the kitchen. It wasn't just the batter. Violet and I had knocked over quite a few things in our firefight. That's... You sure it was just baking together? Aw, I thought it was more than that. I charaded as if I was heartbroken. I gotta hand it to you, Violet. I didn't think you had it in you. Hubba. Wait, no, nothing like that happened. Allie and I laughed and made finger guns at each other. I don't get it. That's because you're a good person, Yui. I think what Allie is trying to say is that Violet and Mirenia... Allie stuffed a cookie into Scarlet's mouth before she could finish her sentence. Wow, these cookies are pretty useful. You gotta teach me how to make these sometime, Violet. It would be my pleasure, Allie. Ooh, teach me too. Why should Mirenia have all the good stuff? We spend the rest of the morning fooling around in the kitchen. Morning, Mirenia. How'd you sleep? Pretty well, considering how you edit the footage that keeps me alive. Drunk. That sounds like a win-win to me, if you ask me. Can you believe it? We're already on the 6th day of the show. Is it already? Time sure goes by fast. No kidding. Anyway, it's time to wrap up phase 2. You just need to go on a second date with your last soulmate candidate. Shouldn't be too hard, no? Please don't jinx me. Break a leg. Seriously, actually breaking a leg would be a lot better for you than messing up today's date. This bit just makes me think of poor Cadet. Oh, not helping, Cat. Time to get today's date started with none other than my third soulmate candidate, Scarlet. I found Scarlet out for a stroll outside the mansion. She seemed a little down. Hey, Scarlet. You doing okay? Jeez. Oh, it's just you, Mirenia. You almost gave me a heart attack. Sorry, I didn't mean to. It's not your fault. Just a bit on edge after the whole zombie date thing? Whatever it was. I guess I'm feeling a little sad about all that. Why? You saved everybody. Wouldn't have needed to save anybody if it wasn't for me. At least you fixed it. Hey, At least we don't have banana zombies running around anymore. Without your help, they'd still be running rampant. Still, they wouldn't have been running around in the first place if it wasn't for me. Well, that's true, but hey, it makes for great TV. Which inadvertently is pretty good for keeping me alive, but I'll keep quiet on that. Besides, you did it because you were trying to help me get my memories back. That means more to me than I can say. I'm sorry I couldn't do it. If it's okay with you, I'll try again. And I'm sure this time, let's not worry about that for now. Thanks, though. I appreciate it. For now, I just want to get to know you better, Scarlet. Hey, thank you for the follow, Chili Flashbang. Welcome in. We got interrupted last time, to say the least. Care to join me in making up for some lost time? That would be fantastic. There's somewhere I'd like to go if it's okay with you. Lead the way. You won't regret it. At least, I think you won't. Should I be worried? Come on, let's go. She grabbed my hand and pulled me along with her. Who could say no to a girl who could turn you to a zombie? I mean, in-game me's got a point. But yeah, welcome in, Chili. Behold! Oh, what's going on here? This is fancy. Like groovy little music going on. Gonna dive into that. Thanks, randomly found you on YouTube and thought you were neat. Oh, thanks. That's really nice of you to say. I appreciate that. Yeah, this music is spunky, right? I don't know why. It just kind of grooving. There's a nightclub in the mansion? There is now. I made it myself. Granted, I use it more as a testing ground than a real nightclub, but the staff really wanted something to blow off steam in. And okay, I cheated a little bit. I made a robot that made the nightclub for me, but it still counts. I think you're probably the first person ever to say something like that. Also, I didn't know you knew how to build robots. That's amazing. That is actually amazing. I really like Scarlet even more now because of that. Like, she's making robots over here to make clubs. Underground clubs in a mansion. Goodness, I didn't know the music could get groovier. Holy cow. Hell yeah, it's cool. I get the feeling that building things to make people happier was what I enjoyed the most before I came here. What do you mean by that? Wait. Does she have amnesia too? Well, why wouldn't she bring that up when she was talking about curing us? It doesn't make any sense. You wouldn't believe me if I told you. Actually, maybe you're the one person who would. Maybe it's worth a shot? Could she be like me? There's so much of my life I can't remember for some reason. I couldn't help but raise an eyebrow. There was a lot of people... Sorry. There was a lot of broken people after the war in New Asia. Not just broken bones and missing limbs, but shattered minds. People trapped in their own heads. I was told I had a gift for research. A gift that might help those people be able to reclaim their lives. So I finished school early and got my PhD. I led a task force dedicated to helping the survivors. We helped them forget their most painful, most traumatic memories and move on. It was my life's work, you know? But now, can't remember what it was, how it worked, if we even got anywhere with our research. To be completely honest, I can't really remember how I got here either. I'm sorry to ask, but how on earth did that happen? I knew before, I definitely don't know now. Maybe testing got dangerous and I wasn't willing to test on someone else? Maybe I don't know. I don't know. The crazy thing is, I went from that to being on some kind of dating show. What the hell? I guess it does sound pretty weird. And the idea of getting married in a week? Who wrote this? An idiot? I couldn't help but laugh. But what do I even have to lose at this point? I wouldn't look at it that way. I can't remember anything either, but I'm alive. As long as I'm alive, I've got everything to lose and everything to gain. An optimist, huh? That's worth something. I guess you'd understand better than anyone. What do you plan to do after this is all over? Honestly, I don't know. I want my memories back, but if I can't get them back, I'd just try to make the best of things. That's some plan. Still working the details out. Give me a break. At least you remember some things. I couldn't even remember my name at first. You got me beat there. We talked for hours about how we both felt about our situations. If I still have my pitchfork and torch, just tell me which bandwagon I'm jumping on. That is fair. The good things, the bad things about forgetting who you are. We laughed about forgetting the embarrassing moments that probably plagued others for a lifetime. We lamented the moments that truly made life worth living. The moments that made your life unique. It's nice to have someone that understands. Are we taking the bandwagon? Dang it, puts away a folding cardboard fan. That reminds me of like those kids shows that used to be on where they'd make like the little cardboard cars and like roll around in them. You know, I've got a silly idea if you're interested. Let's hear it. Getting engaged in a week is stupid, and a person who'd agree to that is even stupider than that. But I think I'd say yes if it were you, Mirenia. If only to see where life goes with someone like you. That's... Shh, let me finish. Regardless of who you ask on the last day, I'd like to be your friend in the times to come. If you'll be mine. I can't remember the last time I had a friend to just talk to about how I feel. I think this was the first time that I felt a little better about what happened. I want you to feel better about the past too. I don't want you to feel alone in this world. It's sad enough, you know? And maybe I'm just being foolish, but who knows? Maybe if we're still in each other's lives after all this, we'll be able to help each other take back the lives we wanted. I can't remember the last time I had a friend too. Oh, Rainbow! I'll be your friend. You want? What do you say? I was thinking the same thing, Scarlet. I'm glad. But, how to say... I'd still prefer it if you pick me, but what can I say? I'm a bit competitive. On second thought, I'm very competitive. Just saying. But out of all the girls, I'm the best educated, had the most illustrious career, won first place in the National New Asian Science Exhibition, and... I laughed out loud as she listed her accomplishments one by one. She made angry faces at me in mock anger. But most of all, I want you to have a happy life, and I think someone else might get it wrong. Aw, that's actually kind of sweet. That's actually super sweet. We spent the rest of the evening enjoying each other's company. The laughter and smiles never stopped, and she never let go of my hand during our walk. I'm feeling a bit of the late night munchies. Guess I'll head downstairs. I walked to the kitchen and opened the fridge. Sweet. There's some leftover cookies that Violet and I had made together. I grabbed a few and wolfed them down. Delicious. Got a case of the midnight munchies? I figured I'd do my civil duty and help finish the cookies Violet and I had made. Right, only a good Samaritan would finish all the cookies, so no one else could have to make that sacrifice. I'm just too good of a person, I know. It gets me in trouble sometimes. Anyway, I've been meaning to talk with you. What's up? How'd your date go with Scarlet today? Yeah, it was good. It was amazing. I feel like I really got to know the real Scarlet today. For the first time, I think I feel like I've truly been understood. I'm glad to hear that, Mirenia, really. Scarlet puts on a front that nothing's like how she... that's nothing like how she really is. I'm glad you can see behind it. She must really trust you. I'm glad she does. Believe me. More importantly, though, Scarlet's fan base has been ravenous for new content. From what I saw, you delivered today. I'm a solid 85% sure you won't wake up in a torture chamber tomorrow morning. Good job, Mirenia. Thanks? Well, that should be enough footage for today. Thanks, Mirenia. You'll be happy to know that Phase 2 of the plan was a smashing success. That's great to hear. No kidding, the love square? It's got viewers on the edge of their seats. You've actually broken the record for ratings on a killer dating game show. It's not as niche as it sounds. God, there's a whole genre? It's a whole genre, guys. Do I get a plaque for that? This has got to count for something, somewhere. You don't have it printed yet, but I've prepared your tombstone in advance if you're looking for a souvenir. Thanks for the vote of confidence, Kat. Let it never be said that I am anything but supportive. Anyway, we're on to Phase 3. It's pretty much the same as Phase 2, except with third dates this time. And one caveat. What's that, Kat? I'm sure you've got a favorite in mind between the 3 girls you're dating now. If you want to maximize your chances of getting out of here alive, save the best for last. Gives audiences something to look forward to. Sound good to you? But that's what I did last time, and now I can't be with her. Makes sense to me. Good. That's all for today. I'll see you later. Night, Mirenia. Aw, man, I'm just like so confused. Good night, Kat. Going into lurk mode. Have a good rest of your stream. Thanks for lurking, Kai, and thanks for stopping in. Have a good evening. And thanks for the help till now, Kat. Blah, blah, blah. Thanks for the help till now, Kat. I realized I'd probably be screwed without you. Don't thank me yet. Guess I'll call it a night. I walked back to my room. Time to get some shut-eye. So, what's this supposed to do? Whoa! What's going on here? It's only a prototype, but technical details aside, you can think of it as a memory rewriter. So it rewrites memories? Pretty much. Think of it like a surgeon's scalpel. With it, you could make someone forget things as big as who they are, or something as small as a specific conversation. So if you used this on someone, anything's fair game. You could erase anything you wanted. Exactly. Well, maybe it's not really a scalpel since it comes with a reset button? It's sad though. This was supposed to help people after the war. I was supposed to help people after the war. I'm sorry, Scarlet. Don't worry about it. I may not be able to help them, but it doesn't mean I can't help you and your partner escape from this madness. Thank you. Really. Thank you so much. I know you're taking an incredible risk for us, but honestly, most people would never. Don't mention it, Mirenia. It's what I do. If they manage to trace it back to me, then I'll accept whatever comes. It'd be the first time I helped somebody in quite some time. Scarlet. The boat is just past the woods, behind the rocky enclave near the beach. It won't be there forever, so act quickly. It'd be suicide to go for it during the day, so I recommend heading there near midnight. Thank you, Scarlet. Sure you don't want to come with us? Okay, so we know it's not Scarlet. The mystery person isn't Scarlet. We've process of elimination narrowed down one option. Someone has to stay here to help the people that fall in this spider's web. You don't have to be so noble. I envy her, you know? To get to leave this place with you. But someone needs to stay here to do what's right. Scarlet is not the crime lord. Whoa. The next day, I woke to the sound of an explosion outside. I ran outside as fast as I could. What the? The first thing I saw was Scarlet and black smoke emanating from the ground near her. Oh, hey there, Mirenia. Nice weather we're having, huh? It's the war all over again. Hey, Scarlet, you okay? Pretty good, all things considered. I've been experimenting again on trying to bring back people's memories without the whole monkey zombie bit. I figure if you and I ever, well, you know, I'd want us to know everything about each other. No secrets. I'd like that, Scarlet. Thanks. I'll let you know if I make any progress with that. Ugh, I gotta clean this up. Give me a minute and then we can head to the forest. I've been meaning to spend some time there since I got to this island. Back when wars were still wars, you know? But war never changes, and buns were buns. Walked together through the forest, hand in hand. Talking about things we'd go do after we got off this island. Talking about everything and anything. After we're off this island, whatever happens, do you maybe want to catch a movie together? Sure, but why a movie? You can laugh, but there's a part of me that just wants to be a regular girl for a day. That's something I could never forget. And I'd like it if I could be that way with you. What do you say? I'd like that. Yay! Scarlet did a little dance of happiness. We spent the rest of the morning together in the woods, enjoying each other's company, and maybe a little more than that. Somehow, in the middle of it all, I forgot what kind of show I was on in the first place. It was just me and her. In this moment, more than ever, I was glad to be alive. Morning, Mirenia. Let's kick off phase 3. Hopefully we can wrap this up quickly and you'll be back to your old life soon. I better be. As nice as this island is, it's a gilded cage. You'll be able to go back to your old life soon. That's a promise. Well, unless you make a mess out of your next 3 dates, I can't help you there. But assuming you do, you'll get to leave here with one of the 3 girls you're dating now. But first, it's time to pick which of them you'll be going on a 3rd date with today. Who's it gonna be? So I'm supposed to save the best for last. Right now, I think my favorite of these 3 is Violet. I don't know. Scarlet's cool, but I like Violet. Make a poll and let chat decide. Ooh, you know what? I haven't ever done that before. Yes. Oh. There. It should be up at the top. That is a decent way to decide. Actually, thank you for that recommendation. Look at you learn. I'm learning to do new things, guys. Don't forget to stretch. This is probably a good time for it while we wait on that. Alright. Poll's almost over. It's ticking down. Oh, I'm sipping. Alright. Let's see what we got. Oh! Yui. Yui's who we're dating next. Sounds good. Sounds good. Alright. We're gonna date Yui. The moment's finally here, the final date with the best girl. Remember, if you mess this up, there's an army of people out there waiting to take your place. Not planning on it, Kat. You didn't plan to lose your memories and end up on an insane TV show either, but look how that turned out. Life sure is funny, huh? You're telling me, life's never what you'd expect. But having a life with Yui could be the luckiest person alive. She is really all about Yui, isn't she? And I'm not saying that because I've got money on you picking her. Okay, this tracks. You promise? Let's get those cameras rolling, people! I could see Yui from my room's window, walking around the front of the mansion. It looked like she was looking for something. I practically jumped down the stairs, then ran outside to see her. Hey there, Mirenia. What's the hurry? You look like you're in quite the rush. I just wanted to see you a little earlier. Gosh, that's really sweet of you. I've been meaning to see you too. I've just been doing a lot of thinking since you helped me get Bun. How's the big bee doing? Come to think of it, that's why I came out here. He ran out here in a hurry and I was trying to catch up. Though this has already happened a few times, and each time he somehow ends up back in my room. I'm sure he's fine. I wouldn't be worried. I just can't help myself, you know. You're a really sweet person, Yui. I love that about you. You are too, Mirenia. Do you have time today to hang out? There's something I'd like to do with you. Of course I do, for you. Even if it's a little boring. I'm sure it can't be that boring if it's with you, you know. Whatever it is, I'm down. Okay, here we go. And so we walked together to the beach. Started fishing side by side. Fishing? That's not what I was expecting. Now this is the life. I have to admit, this wasn't what I was expecting. Or wasn't what I expected. This was, by far, the best way to pass the time out in the countryside. To be honest, I'm not much for crazy activities like skydiving or shopping trips. I'd rather just spend my days quietly with the person I love, talking from dusk till dawn. Just enjoying each other's company, you know? That's the best. Is this okay with you? Of course it is, Yui. Getting the chance to learn more about you, to try the things you like, that's where the real fun is. I'd alcho? Man, oh, I can't read. I'm doing so much worse than yesterday. I'm so sorry. I'd also much prefer that to doing crazy things all the time too. Though I do think shopping trips aren't really in the same category as skydiving. They are when you live deep in the country. Hey, you up for a little contest? Sure, let's do it. What is it? Want to see who can catch more fish? Oh. You're on. Apparently, I had fanned the flames of Yui's competitive spirit. For the next few hours, we kept on at it, while we enjoyed each other's conversation and company. Yui was a natural. She was fishing left and right. Each time she caught one, she let it back into the ocean, and each time I wondered when my first one would bite. I never ended up catching a single one. But that didn't matter. What did was that we were having a ball. Thanks for indulging me, Mirenia. Hey, I had a lot of fun too, Yui. Don't worry about it. You don't have to lie. I know I'm not like the other girls. I grew up with nothing, and it shows in how I spend my time, what I wear, everything. I love you so much, you know? If I had you, I'd give you all the love in my heart, every moment of every day. I really would live for love. That's what I've always wanted. But I know I could never give you all the things everyone else could. The money, the acclaim, the excitement. And I find myself worrying. What if you picked me, and the second we leave this island, you realize that I can't give you the life you deserve, and you start to hate me? I don't know what I'd do if it came to that. You know, it'd be fun if you had people to voice the other characters for you. I did this with my friends with DDLC and it was so much fun. That does sound really fun, actually. That sounds super fun. Maybe I can do something like that sometime with, like, another game like this. That would be cool. Would just me be enough? Yeah. Of course you'd be enough, Yui. I don't need to be in the spotlight. I don't need to be rich. More than all that, I want you and just you. I've waited so long to hear you say that. She pulled me close and kissed me. I love you so much. I always have, and I always will. I'll always put our happiness first. I'll make you so happy every day. I'll do the same. I promise. Pinch me. I must be dreaming. This is as real as it gets, Yui. Here on out, it's just gonna be me and you. I just can't hold myself back anymore, Mirenia. She pushed me onto the warm sand of the beach and pressed herself against me. Oh my! Ahem. Yui. She kissed me once more, her hands wrapped around me as mine pulled her closer. Let's make up for lost time, Mirenia. What happened next was imagination come to life. I lost all track of time in the outside world. Only Yui mattered. And I wouldn't have it any other way. Yo, Yui's getting bold. No, for real. Having a crisis. And just like that, that's my last date with Yui. I'm sure goes by quickly. I thought I'd find you here. Why is that? You tend to come out here when you're lost in thought is all. You're thinking about how the show's almost over, am I right? But you're supposed to bake up for lost time with Violet? God dang it, Agrius. How'd you know? Lucky guess. Well, it's not over yet, so don't let up just yet. Speaking of which, how was your date with Yui today? Apparently it was pretty awesome. Yui's the most wonderful woman in the whole world. Somehow, she can take the most normal things and turn them into irreplaceable memories. More than anything, I just want to make memories with her every day. And make her happier than anyone's ever been. I'm so conflicted. Me too. I have no idea what's going on. And like, I really like Tara, but all these other girls have their pros as well. Jeez, we're gonna have to edit that to stop people from throwing up. I get it though. You, my friend, are luckier than anyone has any right to be. Better pack your bags. I've got a feeling you'll be heading to the countryside soon. Anyway, I'd ask you if you're thinking of choosing her at the end, but I'd rather wait and see how it plays out. Gonna stay out here for long? No, I'll probably be going back inside soon. I'll keep you company till then. figure you might want to have a conversation with someone that won't get you killed if it's not TV worthy. Thanks, Cat. Don't mention it. You know, I'm curious, Cat. What's up? Let's say I knew I was screwed. That there was no way of me getting out of here alive. Oh, are we gonna confront Cat about this? Interesting. That the only way left for me to survive was just to run. This is intense, so hard. And to tell you that, I know. I appreciate you so much for not spoiling. I bet it's so difficult. Would you let me escape? Of course, Mirenia. Thanks, Cat. That means a lot. It's no big deal. We stayed out for a little longer before we called it a night. I'm lucky I have someone I can trust on my side. I don't trust her, though. I don't. I'm sorry. I don't trust Cat. At all. At all. I can't shake this, like, a bad feeling. This music, I'm unsettled, I'm a fragile little egg. That's what I've been saying. Yeah, so sus. I woke up with Yui in my arms. We stayed up late last night, going for an unforgettable walk in the woods together. She was still fast asleep and holding on to me so tightly. She looked at peace. I ran my hand through her chestnut hair. I love you, Mirenia. Rainbow. She hugged me a little tighter. I couldn't move. But hell, I didn't want to. Who would? The morning flew by, and it couldn't have been any better. If you told me this would happen all those years ago, I'd have laughed. But I'm so, so glad it's happened. I'm the happiest I've ever been. Though, it'd be perfect if it wasn't here. What do you mean? I know you have to go on a date with someone else today. Yeah, sorry about that, Yui. That's okay. After you told me how you felt, I'm feeling secure, even if you have to date someone else. Don't have too much fun, though. I kissed her on her forehead. I'll see you later, Yui. Come back soon. Morning, Mirenia. After watching this, I want to see Mirenia play... Oh, man. Gakuen Handsome or... Boyfriend? Is that... Wait, is that different than the pigeon one? Oh, okay, it is that one. Okay. That is the pigeon one? Okay. Yeah, I haven't played that one before. I haven't. I've heard about it, though. Is it good? Like, is it fun? Is it, like, funny? Like... You'll be happy to know your third date with Yui yesterday was pretty well received. Not the highest rated we've had so far, but enough to give us more room to keep going. Dude, sure, it's funny. Okay. It is a game. I don't know, it just looks funny. Oh boy. Oh god. Is it a game that can be I would assume it's pigeons, right? Like, what's the worst that could happen? Oh, it can be, Sounds good enough to me. For your next date, make sure you pick someone who you think the audience will respond well to. Though at this point, I think you're in a pretty good spot either way. Without further ado, which soulmate candidate is it going to be? Well, you know what? I am fairly even. I know we're supposed to be saving the best for last. I think Violet's my favorite, but I don't think our favorite being last even matters that much. Because again, last time with Terra, like, bad things happened either way, right? I'm curious what you guys think. Is it any weirder than only cans? Wait, what? What? That's a game? There's a game called Only Cans? Oh, jeez. Oh, boy. Well, it's looking like Scarlet so far. It's free to play. Check it out. Maybe off stream. Oh, no. So not appropriate, then. Good to know. It's a lot of sounds and is just weird. Oh, interesting. Alright, Scarlet it is. Unanimous. Cancer Made Tank Dating Simulator was my second dating sim I played outside of Honey Pop. Cancer Made is so funny. And she riz up like soda cans. Riz up like oh my gosh. Soda cans. Only cans. Oh my god. Can't say I'm surprised there. You're two birds of a feather. Here's to hoping you both have a day you'll both remember for a change. Dream Daddy, that's one I've really wanted to play. I haven't played that either. It's funnier when you're not an amnesiac. I found Scarlet in the same place I met her. She was engrossed in a book with a pile of books next to her. They looked worn as if they'd been read over and over through the years. Hey there, Scarlet. What you reading? Hi, Mirenia. It's just an old fairy tale. Really? I'm surprised you'd read something that would throw science out the window. I'm a woman of varied taste. I quite like these stories, especially this one. Which one are you reading? It's called The Princess of Averanda. Really, it's silly. I doubt you'd be interested in it. Try me. I smiled at her. She smiled back at me in kind. Okay, I don't see why not. Oh. Well, this is quite the the pose she's in. Sucker for Love is good too. The Princess of Avocado. There's a young girl, Nera, who was the princess of the kingdom of Averanda, which was far, far away from civilization. Unlike other princesses before her, she had no time for politicking or parties. She spent all her time building all sorts of gadgets for her family and her friends. Like a robot dog that would eat the vegetables they didn't want to eat. Oh, I gotta try my hand at this sometime. Scarlet giggled like a child. Nera has a blissfully happy childhood. She even falls in love with a commoner named Aloria. Though her kingdom would never approve of their relationship, Nera and Aloria never failed to see each other in secret, every night by the crooked trees in the western forest. But those days don't last. One day, her mother, the queen, is taken by a witch never to be seen again, and Nera is forced to become queen at the age of 16. In her mother's absence, Nera does her best to lead the kingdom, and for years it prospers. She's like no other leader they've had before. But secretly, she wants to leave. As queen, she has no more time for the things or people that she loved with all her heart. She cries every night alone. Aww. But she knows she can't. Too much responsibility falls on her. Then one day, Nera is cursed by the same witch that took her mother, and forgets everything. Her name, her family, her kingdom. Everything, except for Aloria, and the desire to leave. And so she leaves, and no one in the village ever sees her again. I won't bore you with the rest of the story, but thanks for listening till now. Aw, come on, believe me, Scarlet, I want to hear this to the end. Especially because you like it so much. I looked deep in her eyes, and I could just tell how much she loved this story. She's really trying to make you forget she shot everybody with a minigun, right? Well, there's really not much left, but... Well, Nira and Aloria live a wonderful life in a neighboring kingdom for many years. But one day, she remembers everything and rushes home, worrying for her people. When she gets there, she sees her people have been ruled by the very same witch who took her memory, and that her people no longer prosper the way they did under her rule. In anger, Nira confronts the witch on the border of Averanda. The witch takes off her cowl, revealing herself to be Nira's mother, the Lost Queen. Nira's mother gives her an ultimatum. She can return to ruling the kingdom, but she can never leave again, or she can leave now and never come back. And that's where the story ends. You never get to know what choice Nira makes. That's quite the cliffhanger. I want to know what happens next. Believe me, me too. I'm curious, what would you do in Nira's shoes? I would... I think I'd stay. Why is that? I mean, I can't just let my people suffer like that. But I would never let Aloria go. I'd find a way to make it work. You're a real romantic, aren't you? Or like bullet kissing another potato tomato. Yeah, at least it was an antidote, right? Like, she was healing people, so, you know, yeah, it's fine. I've loved this story ever since I lost my memories. I'm sure I don't have a kingdom or anything, but sometimes you wonder, you know? Yeah, I get the same feeling too. That's just life, you know? You just have to keep moving forward. Yeah, you're right. I'm really happy that you're the one I get to move forward with, Mirenia. Me too, Scarlet. There's no one else I'd rather be with, right here, right now. And speaking of right now, there's somewhere I want to bring you. Where's that? I'll give you a hint. I've been thinking about this place ever since you mentioned that you loved fairy tales. Oh my gosh, there's turtles down here. Turtles! She was practically dancing around the room, taking in all the sights. The bedroom, you risen everybody? It was impossible not to smile. I figured the Ocean Palace just might be your thing. Scarlet practically jumped onto me and squeezed the life out of me in a deathly bear hug. This is wonderful, Mirenia. Thank you so much. You've made everything so special in ways I honestly couldn't believe, but you did it. And this is just the beginning, Scarlet. We're in this together. I held Scarlet and kissed her on the lips. It was like an explosion of passion had set me on fire as she kissed me back and wrapped her arms around me. Always. We spent the rest of the night enjoying our lovely dinner in a place straight out of a fairy tale, with nothing but love in our hearts and laughter and smiles on our faces. I can't wait to leave this island with you, Mirenia. I've never been this excited, this happy since ever. You make me feel like I'm living in a fairy tale. You know, I've got an idea of how we could spend tonight if you're interested. Look at her face. Mirenia is a player. No! No! Bad. And what's that? I'll show you why fairy tales were written by adults. Oh my. After my date with Scarlet, I waited around outside till the time I'd expect to see Kat, but she never showed up. Oh. I guess she already has enough footage for today? I just will try to find her. No one's here. Looks like the snacks from before are gone too. Not here either. Kat was at a table, writing something down at a frantic pace with one hand against her head. Everyone is incredibly horny and Mirenia just wants to go home. Yeah, pretty much. Hey Kat, what's up? Oh, hey Mirenia. I didn't see you there. How are you doing? That depends on what you're ominously writing. You look just like someone who just realized I was dead meat. Oh, this? Don't worry about it. Somebody's dead meat, but it's not you. Yay? I'm just kidding. I'm just fixing up some of the balance sheets Tu was working on. Being an accountant was never really in the never really in the cards for them. The nards? It was never really in the nards for them, guys. Despite what they say. Sit down. I'll be stuck here a while anyways. Sure, sounds good. I sat next to Kat at the table. So how'd today's date with Scarlet go? Yeah, I mean, it was not a bad date, right? Like, it was yeah, we'll say it was good. We'll say it was good. It was the best. My connection with Scarlet's one of a kind, and there's no one I'd rather have beside me than her. Being married to her would be like a dream come true. Well, aren't you a romantic, Mirenia? But I'm happy to hear that. If it's you two, I'm sure that whatever you two face out there, you'll be fine as long as you stick together. And if she stops turning people into zombies, yeah, that's a conversation we have to have. Don't forget that in the prenup. Anyway, you've done great till now. I don't know if what you've said to each of the girls really is true, but don't stop now. You just have to get through one more day and you'll be able to finally leave this place. You'll tell me what my old life was like? Of course. I mean, if I didn't, where would you even go? Fair point. You look like you've got something on your mind. I'm just thinking about tomorrow. You've been getting the best ratings I've ever seen. I just hope it's enough. The ratings requirement for the last date and the last day are the highest. I'm sure it's gonna be fine, don't worry. I've made it this far. Nothing's gonna stop me from making it to the end. I hope so. For your sake, Mirenia. So, when I'm out of here, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna move on to the next killer dating show? I didn't know you were my career coach. You want to know my 5-year plan, too? I get the feeling that 5 years from now, you'd rather not be here. There is no plan. Just taking it one day at a time. That's really all anyone can do in the crazy world. Anyway, I gotta get back to work. Good luck, Mirenia. You'll need it. Thanks, Kat. I'll see you later. Night. Tomorrow's gonna be the last date. I'll need all the rest I can get. Guess I'll call it a night. Oh. Spooky music. Is that a threat, Kat? It honestly... Kat throws in some underhanded, like, little threats here and there. Like, backhanded comments all the time. You know? That's why I don't trust her. The performance is coming to a close. The actors and actresses come out one by one, ready to take their bows. I would clap, but I'm waiting for you, and only you. What? Sounds like one. It does, doesn't it? Wait, so that was the whole dream? Is everybody in this just acting? Ugh. My brain. Oh my gosh. Okay. Alright, one more date. After talking with Kat last night, I asked Scarlet to join me for one more midnight walk. We ended up talking for hours. Please tell me that we didn't... Yep. Morning, Scarlet. Oh, you're awake. Hi there, Mirenia. She was clearly half asleep. I would take the ratings so fast if I don't get the respect I deserve. I'm shooketh if so, for real. I want to invent something that puts this moment into a bottle forever. Then I'd repurpose a factory, mass produce it. Yeah, I love you. She dozed off as she embraced me in her arms and held me tight. We must have stayed there together for over an hour, but I wish it didn't pass by so fast. I'm so happy, you know? Why is that? No matter how the show ends, we won't be alone. What more could I ask for? I was terrified before, but now I know everything will be alright. I couldn't say it better myself, Scarlet. Must have been uncomfortable to sleep in that outfit. I would think so. Anyway, Kat wants you to go on a date with someone else by now, right? Yeah, sorry about that. Don't worry about it. I've got an invention to deal with them later. Sorry, what was that? Oh, nothing. See you later, Mirenia. Oh! You're running out of time, Kit Kat. It's going to be fine. Just watch. Good morning, Kat. Morning, Mirenia. How'd you sleep? Pretty well, thanks. Bet you did. That bed is worth more than your life. That reminds me. Why can't the staff have the same kind of bed that Mirenia has? Do I look like I'm made of money? Literally own this island. If I give the staff beds, the next thing they'd ask for is minimum wage. No thanks. Oh. Of course he's one of those. He walked away. So Kat's over here probably afraid for her life on the daily basis, and she's not even making minimum wage. That's upsetting. That's so upsetting. I kind of feel bad for Kat now, even with all her thinly veiled threats. How'd you sleep? With my eyes closed. Oh, God. So how about that 5-year plan, huh? Maybe the brothers were onto something with this whole accounting thing. Anyway, it's time for your last date with your last soulmate candidate, Violet. Violet. I just said that like she was saying my name was Violet. That's not right. Ready? It's time to make your break. I'm ready as I'll ever be, Kat. I'm now on the bandwagon of Crucify Damien, me too. Then, without further ado, lights, camera, don't get yourself killed. I found Violet in the same place I met her. She was taking out a fresh batch of cookies from the oven. This is nice music too. Morning, Violet. I slid next to her and grabbed one of the cookies in one smooth motion. Ow! Hot! I flung the cookie into my mouth anyway. Worth the pain. Damn, that was delicious. Wait a moment, you silly goose. You never fail to make me laugh, Mirenia. I quite admire that. Let's flip the script and ask Damien to marry us live on TV. I don't know about that. I feel like we got a lot of other options that are infinitely better than Damien. Kinda want to punch Damien in the face. I did a mocking bow with arms behind my back and put on my best fancy accent. The pleasure's all mine, m'lady. Stop, you. I wolfed down another cookie. Hell yeah. That's how I feel about cookies too. Hell yeah. You do know those are for sharing with everyone, right? I'm part of everyone. What's the problem here? We laughed together at the bit we were performing. That reminds me. Mirenia. What's up, Violet? It's come to my attention that the show will be ending quite soon. Yeah, it is. Oh, do cheer up, please. I don't intend to feel sorry for myself. Instead, I want to use the time we have left here to do something I've always longed to do. And what's that? What I want is to go on a date, the kind that normal people go on. The kind that I've only read about. Having a picnic, watching a movie at the theater, long walks on the beach, even something crazy like a paint night. And then we can watch the sunset go down together and it'd be so romantic. Her enthusiasm was adorable. She was practically bouncing around the room like a ping pong ball. I think we could make that happen. Can we now? Which one? Why not all of them? She's got the most beautiful smile. Damn. Really? You've got to be kidding me. You can count on me, Violet. I'll make it happen. Yay! She did a little cheer and dance. Gosh, I can't stop smiling looking at her. That said, I have no idea what to do. Guess this will be touch and go. It wouldn't be fair if you figured out everything. Let me handle the picnic. She pulled out a basket from behind her. Here to join me in the lovely outdoors? I wouldn't miss it for the world, Violet. We walked outside for a while, then settled on a lovely spot with a nice mix of shade and sunlight for our picnic. Oh my gosh, she's so cute! Violet is adorable. Those like honey golden eyes going on. The way her silver hair caught the sunlight, it was enough to make you believe in angels. She was so beautiful. Dig in. I've brought plenty. Please don't hold yourself back. I've got to be the luckiest person alive. Sorry, Violet, we can't afford all that. We can't even afford beds for the staff. We can't afford a picnic. Sorry, ma'am. Save that talk for after you try this. I'm letting you have the first bite. Should I be worried? I smiled as she mock-pouted. Pouted. What is wrong with me? Words are so hard. Sound it out. Oh god. All the words are starting to get really mushy. Just slowly creating your own language, it's fine. She laughed and smiled as she spoon-fed me a delicious egg roll. Called it. I'm the luckiest person alive. Not just because the food's delicious, but because you're here next to me, Violet. You've made this week so special. I feel the same way, Mirenia. And there is more where that came from. You're absolutely right. I've got something prepared for just the two of us next. Take a short 5-minute break to let your brain rest. You've been reading for almost 3 hours. Yeah, I don't know. I took a break not too long ago, right? We'll see. We'll see where we're at after this date. We'll see what happens. I'm doing okay. I think I'm just like trying to go too fast sometimes. Thank you guys for being understanding about it, though. For not making fun of me too much. You owe me one, Mirenia. Oh, we enjoyed the delicious food and conversation over the rest of the afternoon. Thanks for the headbat. We walked back to the mansion hand in hand, smiling all the while. Next stop, the only movie theater on the island. I didn't know we had a room like this in the mansion. I'm not surprised. Terra's pretty territorial. Territorial about this room from what I've seen and heard. But right now, it's our very own private movie theater. I did a little jazz hands at the TV. Violet clapped, as if I had just put on a performance of a lifetime. I made a dramatic bow, then took a look at what movies we had in store. Let's see, we have rom-coms, fantasy medieval movies, war movies, a few superhero movies, and last but not least, a horror movie. I'll put on a rom-com. From what Violet was saying earlier, this would definitely be her favorite. I started the movie, then went back and sat next to Violet with my arm around her. The story was about a girl who moved to a place called New York to become a writer, falls in love with a boy she meets there, and eventually realizes her dream and her love. It wasn't anything special, but Violet was thoroughly entranced for the whole movie. Horror, though? So, as scared as I am of literally everything, horror movies are great for dates. Especially if one of the people is spooked easily. It just gives you an excuse to cuddle. Right? That's my thought anyways. Me, I was more entranced by her. After the credits rolled, Violet practically burst into tears. This was the best movie I've ever seen in my whole life. My whole life. Then how about we take a scene you liked from the movie and turn it into a painting? my gosh, you didn't. Just wait right here for a second. Okay. I love horror movies. I find them funny for some odd reason. I am just so scared of every little thing. I'm such a chicken shit. I had no idea where to find art supplies, but I knew if there was anyone who could, it was Kat. Kat, I think you know the sitch. You got some nerve putting this together at the last minute, but I like that about you. 4. Set up everything they need for a paint night in the main hall of the mansion. Stat. Aw man, I just finished my shift. Even better, you've got free time for this. And so we started painting on canvases in the main hall. I think I'll paint a picture of... Oh my goodness. We have to, right? Right? We talked about doing a scene from the movie, but like, come on. That's adorable. Objectively, do it. Violet and I watching the movie together. This counts, right? What are you painting, Mirenia? I'm painting a picture of us watching the movie together. It's the most beautiful scene from the movie, you know? It'd be a shame not to capture it. You are quite the flirt, you know that? But I like that about you. Her smile could melt the coldest heart. So which scene are you painting, Violet? I'm drawing the scene where the girl runs out in the rain to tell the boy that she loves him. It was just so romantic. She sighed like a love-struck teenager. I could tell she was putting her whole heart into her painting. She captured the scene perfectly. As for me, let's just say I was more focused on making the people have the right number of heads and was working from there. An hour or so later, we finished and compared our final artworks. She's an incredibly talented artist. Me, not so much. That was embarrassing, but man, it was worth it just to see her smile and break into laughter. Please show us the paintings and it's just stick figures. Her laughter was interrupted by a gurgle from her stomach. Mother would punish me for sure if she heard me make that sound, but who cares now? Violet was unstoppable at this point. It's just some spaghetti slapped on a canvas. Yeah, I'm bummed that they're not gonna show us it. Is it time for dinner? I do believe it is. I volunteered to cook, but she wanted to go back to the restaurant that we went to on our first date, so we did. Apparently, she was trying too hard to be prim and proper back then, and didn't actually get to eat as much as she wanted. She ate up a storm. Almost, literally. Almost. We spent dinner wolfing down delicious food without a care in the world, and laughing about scenes in the movie and our little artsy adventure. Then finally, we went for the long-awaited walk on the beach. We held hands as we walked along the ocean. The waves of the ocean seemed to play music for us as we skirted by. At times, we talked without end. At other times, we enjoyed each other's company and warmth and silence. Either way, we were as happy as could be. We talked about how the past, the present, and future were so different than before because of each other. You know, Mirenia, if you asked me to marry you right now, without a doubt, I'd accept. I know it sounds crazy to say that in such a short period of time, but I just know. She kissed me passionately with everything she had. We fell together onto the soft sand of the beach. Oh! Oh! Did we really just ask her? Will you marry me, Violet? I looked at her and saw the most beautiful smile from the most beautiful girl there was. I know the final ceremony's tomorrow, but I want you to know how I feel. A moment passed. It felt like my heart was trapped in my throat. Of course, I know what I said, Mirenia. Mirenia, you scoundrel, you! Oh my goodness. Dropping proposals over here? And then I saw something I'd never seen before, would never see again. Whoa! Uh, uh, the sky outside rapidly turned from bright blue to black, as if it were water being drowned in the darkest ink. I'm so scared. We did everything right. What did we do wrong? Then the bright sun in the sky went out like a candle in the wind as the warmth of the beach sand disappeared in an instant. Please collect the cast. The experiment is complete. The last thing I saw was Violet screaming as shadowy figures grabbed her from behind. A second later, and I couldn't even see my hands reaching for Violet's, desperately trying to pull her back to me. Then I felt somebody grab me from behind. No, not somebody. There must have been several people. They forced me to the ground and cuffed me behind my back. I screamed, but there was no sound. I couldn't hear anything, not even the sound of the waves. I tried to fight, but there was no way out. I screamed for Violet, for her to run as far as she could, but I heard no response. Then, nothing. What? Really? I woke up on an operating table, the kind you'd see in a nightmare. My first instinct was to get up and get off of it as fast as possible, but my neck, hands, and legs were cuffed and pinned down in thick metal braces. I tried to force myself out with all my strength, but the braces didn't so much as budge. Morning, Mirenia. What's going on, Cat? Get me out of here! I'm afraid I can't do that. And honestly, I'm getting tired of explaining why. Let's just speed this along, shall we? What are you talking about? She placed some kind of helmet on my head. I tried to avoid it, but the brace around my neck made it impossible to maneuver. We really about to die again? Please, Cat, don't do this. I could hear the hum of a massive generator turning on behind me. She raised her hand, revealing a trigger switch with a single red button. See you soon, Mirenia. She pressed it. The curtain closes. You're taking your bow. And when you lift your head, I can see you clearly for the first time. It's you. The one I'd been waiting all this time to see. The one who made me dream of a life together far from this island. You've been right by me all this time. Tomorrow's the day, Mirenia. You nervous? Who wouldn't be? You've got a point. She reached for my hand and held it tightly? Was it... You okay? You sure we should be doing this? I don't want you to be punished just because I want to get out of here. Hey, Pat. We've always been a team, you and me. No matter what, we're in this together. Thanks, Mirenia. How did things come to this? The escape failed. I've been surrounded, beaten, shot, betrayed. The love of my life. She shot me. I'm bleeding out rapidly. I try my best to slow the bleeding, but it's no use. What did you do to her? I choke out every last word. I didn't do anything. You were too busy making hard eyes at Cat here to see where her true loyalties lied. I'm sorry, Mirenia, but it's true. I don't understand. Why don't you tell him, dear? Damien is my father. I knew you were planning something the moment you came to this island. You didn't trust me enough to tell me what exactly it was. So I became close to you and told you just what you wanted to hear. This is about the halfway? What? Are you messing with me, abduction? This is half what? Squeeze me? And then you told me everything I needed to know. As soon as you told me your plan, there was no way you were ever going to escape from this island. Why are you saying this? Now that's my girl. You really are my daughter. Why? I love that look on your face, Mirenia. You know, you've got an expression that would be perfect for my next show. And it just so happens we've got an opening just for you. It's no use. I've lost too much blood. The world turned dark. This is the end. Keep him alive. Mirenia. You might think I'm showing you mercy, but believe me, by the end of this, you're going to wish that I had just let Cat kill you. Why? Why, Cat? Why would you? Barely have time to breathe before the waves pull me under once more. Oh. What? My brain is so fried. What? Excuse the what now? Halfway. Yeah, that's where I'm at. What? 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 Where am I? I'm underwater? It's so dark and cold. I try to move, but I'm so tired. It takes all my strength to reach my hand out forward. Feels like glass. I'm trapped in some kind of tank. I want to sleep. For just a... Oh. Am I being kept in like some weird like cryostasis goo stuff and they just like keep me for various shows? What is happening? Is someone there? I can feel somebody's presence. I open my eyes and I can see... Whoa! Abby! Hang on just a little longer, Mirenia. Who are you? The woman in front of me looked at me with pity. I try to speak, but it's no use. My mouth won't speak the words I want them to. It reminds me of Doki Doki Literature Club. It really, yeah, it reminds me of that too. But it's different. It's unique enough to where it doesn't feel like they were just trying to do the same thing. You know, I dig it. I have no more words. Yeah. You're awake. I'm so glad, but you're gonna wish you were asleep for this next bit, trust me, and sorry in advance. She moved towards some kind of terminal next to my tank and pressed a button. As if on cue, it was as if every nerve in my body was set on fire. I screamed and thrashed around, but it did nothing to alleviate the pain. Oh, will you look at that? Looks like our little hero's got some life left in him. You know, Mirenia, you're in luck. Usually I'd just kill you for this, but a new opportunity has just opened up, and I think you'd be the perfect fit. I'm sorry, Mirenia, but it's true. I don't understand. Why don't you tell him, dear? Damien is my father. No way! Yes. Always the hero, aren't you, Mirenia? Oh wow, they've even got her holding the gun. Okay. I see you, Cat. I see you. You should be more worried about yourself. You knew the rules. If you try to escape the island, you die. It didn't have to be like this, but you... I'm done talking. Goodbye, Mirenia. Hold on just a little longer, Mirenia. She looked away from me as if she had heard something. What, I couldn't tell. Shit, they're almost here. We're running out of time. What is happening? I feel like we're going back and forth between like two friggin' time somethings. Ugh. I'm sorry, Mirenia. I won't be able to give you back all your memories, but this'll have to be enough. You know the rules, and so do I. She pressed another button on the terminal. I've got to run back to my tank or they'll know something's up. She pressed her hand against the glass. Hold on just a little longer, okay? I'll get us out of here. The pain? It stopped. The world turned dark. Y'all just rickroll in chat. Both of ya. Both of ya. I've been here before. I'm Mirenia. I'm on some kind of dating show, Find Love or Die Trying. Allie, she helped me. I've got to find her. You're up early. Most people around here usually need a little more to wake them up. Cat, I remember now. I tried to escape this island with her. She pretended to be my lover. She betrayed me and shot me too. She's the reason why I'm trapped here. It's only fragments I can remember, but I remember enough to know that she's bad news. We've done this song and dance over and over, more times than I can count by now. I've been in love with and chosen Allie, Scarlet, Tara, Violet, and Yui. Each of them, countless times. Am I a bad person? Come to think of it, I can't remember what happened before this show started either. I need to find Allie, but first, for the problem at hand. If I want to get out of here, I can't let Kat know that I remember what's happened before. I've got to play dumb. You know, this sounds weird, but do you know where we are? Will she buy it? Walk with me. There's a lot to get you up to speed on. The name's Kat. I'm the producer for a new show, Find Love or Die Trying. And what's your name? I don't remember. Looks like it's the same beginning as usual. Learn about the killer dating show's rules, meet the girls before the show starts. Yui, I don't remember meeting you before this show, but I'm glad I got to meet you again. It's impossible not to feel happier when I see your smile. You'd think that the staff would have learned to cook better by now. There's so much more to you than you show the world, Violet. Scarlet, you're still hiding that you're reading that magazine with another book. It brings a smile to my face every time. I think I know what happened to you now. You still have no idea what you got into, Tara. Killer dating show or not. Love to see the way you see the world. And finally, Allie. You never gave up on getting us out of here, even after all this time. Howdy, Mirenia. I hear you're the suitor. Care to join me for a jog? There's a place in the forest I'd love to go for a run around with you. It'd be my pleasure. We went for a jog, exchanging banter like we'd always done when we met each other. The second we got to the unrecorded area of the forest, her smile faded. I'm glad you got the hint, Mirenia. You haven't given yourself away to anyone yet, right? No, I haven't. As far as Kat knows, I don't remember anything as usual. Sweet. I knew I was right to help you first. Really, thank you so much. I can't thank you enough. I've gotta ask, how did you escape the tank in the first place? Honestly, I got lucky. Usually the tank knocks me out right away, but that last time, I think something must have bugged out. I saw my chance and took it. Anything's better than being stuck here forever. I'm sorry I couldn't get all your memories back. Don't worry about it, Ellie. All I could ask for is a fighting chance, and you gave that to me. Don't mention it. I mean, duh, I'm hands down the MVP. Anyway, it's about time I tell you the truth, Mirenia. I'm from the Resistance. There's a Resistance? This is so much bigger than I realized, guys. You can think of us as a covert group of concerned citizens who have a few bones to pick with the world's current management. And those bones are their necks. Oh god. Serious? Now we in Hunger Games? From the war, it all makes sense. I mean, there was a war. It makes sense there'd be a resistance now. It's still Hunger Games? Okay, don't judge me. I've never watched Hunger Games. I always meant to, and just never did. But I get the basic premise. I never finished it, so it's alright. Shame. Joking aside, we are fighting a war here. That war will be won with information. Information that lives on this island, and only here. I've only seen the first two. How many are there? There was no way that we could ever find this place. Not by conventional means. But then we found out about the show. And so they sent you here. Actually, I volunteered. Believe me, the others didn't want me to, but I knew I had to. I was the one with the least to lose. Ellie. It was pretty easy getting in, all things considered. Like 4 or 5 or something? Wow, really? That many? Dang. All I had to do was write a report that labeled me as suspicious of conspiring against the government, take a few cute selfies, and boom, I was flown here. Didn't go too great since then, though. But that was when I was a lone wolf. I've got you now. And we'll get out of here together. Sound good to you? Sounds like a plan. I haven't even told you the plan yet. But since you're so excited, let's get right to it. There's 2 things we need to do. 1, we need to bring the other girls' memories back. We won't be able to get their trust or work with them till we do. And we'll need their help for part 2. And what's that? 2, we need to get the fuck out of here. Sounds about right. Easier said than done, though. It's going to take a hell of a lot of setup and coordination. There's a small army of armed and trained staff tasked with keeping us here, not to mention us needing a way off the island. I'll figure it out as we go, but for now, how about you go on a date with Scarlet today? I can do that, but how does that relate to us getting out of here? I'd tell you, but if I thought you could be a better actor. Believe me, you'll know why later. Anyway, let's head back to the mansion. We don't want Kat to start looking for us. Sounds good to me. You're really something, you know? That's putting it lightly. I really like Ellie. I really do. Mirenia, there you are. Sorry, I got carried away exploring the island. I've got to be careful around Kat. I know exactly what she's capable of firsthand. Is that so? Well, it's no harm, but you'll have a whole week to explore, you know? You'll get 1 date with each of the girls for the first 5 days. A little something special for day 6. Oh, this is different too. My goodness. So many dates. And then the final ceremony where you propose to one of the girls. That sounds like the perfect amount of time to figure out if we're meant together. If we're meant, I'm guessing, to be together? You'd be surprised. Anyway, let's get the show on the road. Who do you want to spend today's date with? Scarlet. There's just something about her, you know? I found Scarlet inside the library, the place I'd most often meet her for the first time. She always looked so happy when she was reading. It did the heart good to try to make her smile in the same way when I talked with her. We became fast friends again. The similarity of our situations might have played a part in that. Still, I'm not sure why Allie insisted on me going on a date with Scarlet today. Sure, getting your memories back will be a huge win. But... Oh, hey! Scarlet, Mirenia. I'm glad you're safe. Things are going crazy out there. What's happening? I know it sounds crazy, but there's a horde of zombies outside. The Brothers 5 and a lot of our behind-the-scenes help went crazy and... Scarlet, you did this, didn't you? Wait, what? I've been here the whole time with Mirenia. I couldn't have. I've never heard of anything like this. Wait, what? I can vouch for her. We've both been here since our date started. Well, either way, I bet you can create a cure for it, no? I mean, I probably could, but I'd need my equipment. I'm not sure why, but I can't find it anywhere. Follow me. You can use our lab. We followed Kat to the games room. Kat put her hand against the wall of the games room, revealing a hidden trapdoor. She walked in and beckoned for us to follow. We walked down spiraling stairs for who knew how long. I lost track more than a few times. I remember this place. You should have everything you need in this room to make a cure. Just don't go snooping around. This lab belongs to R&D, and we could all get in trouble if you do. Actually, this place doesn't have everything I need. What else do you need? To build a cure, I'm gonna need a sample of whatever this is. I need a live specimen. I'm sure you can help with that, Mirenia. I've got, some editing that needs my attention. You got this. And just like that, she was gone. If it makes you feel better, I'll help you catch somebody. You sure? If you're the only one who can make the cure, then it might be better for you to stay back. No thanks. There's no way I'm letting you out there alone. I don't want you to think I'm weird, but I've just got this feeling that I'd be pretty good at collecting unwilling zombie specimens. That is weird, but in this case, she's absolutely correct. Some memories must be intact, even if they're kept below the surface. Well, let's get on with this. Went back up to the surface. Everywhere we looked was overrun with zombies. We wouldn't stand a chance against a group, so we spent the day trying to split them up, as well as searching for the lone wolves. Brains! Bananas! We're in luck. We finally got an isolated sample. How are we supposed to bring him in, though? One bite and we're finished. I've got just the thing. Scarlet pulled out a pair of brass knuckles. What? Where did you even get that? Is that really important right now? You mind looking the other way for a second? It's embarrassing. Sure, Scarlet. I turned around. Brains! Bananas! I hope your health insurance covers this. Thwack! Blah. Once more with feeling. Thwack! Are we the bad guys? We drug him back to the mansion, paying careful attention to not run into any more of the zombies running amok. Scarlet opened the hidden trapdoor in the games room, and I pulled For's unconscious body in. Oh, my hand slipped, causing For's body to tumble down the stairs. Bonk, bonk, bonk. He just kept going and going. I know, I'll get him. Better get him quick or we're not gonna have a live specimen. Luckily, I managed to catch him pretty quickly. We put him on the operating table for Scarlet to analyze. Interesting. What's up, Scarlet? This virus, it's pretty clear it's man-made. Even more interesting is that it looks like something I would make. Not that I ever made zombie viruses, Mirenia. Yes, you have. It's kinda cute how you try to hide it. Kat? You there? Weird. I thought Kat was supposed to be able to hear us from anywhere on the island. Maybe there's no microphones all the way down here? I guess so? I was gonna tell her we've got the cure now. Sweet. Great work, Scarlet. Bet I did. We administered the cure to 4, then went back upstairs together. Kat, you there? What's up, Scarlet? I've been waiting hours for you guys. You two done yet? We've got the cure now. We'll need your help. We'll need your people's help to administer it. We'll be right on it. Lay low for now. We're coming to get you. In the meantime, Mirenia, how about you tell me about yourself? It'd be my pleasure. With Kat's help, we managed to quell the zombie plague with just enough time left in the day for a lovely dinner with Scarlet. After that, I went for a night walk with Allie to somewhere safe from prying eyes. You should buy a girl dinner first before you murder her in the words, you know. Murder her in the words. I feel like someone murdered me in the words. You know what I'm saying? I think I found the way to bring the others' memories back. You found their lab, didn't you? Pretty much. Wait, I wasn't sure how to get back there after they shipped us out of there, so that's a huge win. Someone murdered your words. They did. They really did. So, where is it? There's a secret trapdoor in the games room. You just have to press a hidden panel in the wall. That said, how are we supposed to get in without being seen? There's cameras everywhere, and Scarlet and I were only allowed to enter because of the whole pandemic. Don't you worry about that. I've got an inside man. Moore's gonna help us override a few cameras and microphones in the mansion with old recordings. Moore? That way we can get in and stay inside long enough to get their memories back without raising any sort of fuss. The brother that we KO'd today down the stairs? What's that look for? I'm surprised he's still standing after today, to be honest. I wouldn't work with people who go down that easy. Was 4 always working with you? Nope, never till now, but we can't afford to refuse his help. I've had him prove he's trustworthy, don't worry. You can count on him. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, we have everything we need for the first part of the plan. Up for a trip down memory lane together? Sounds like a plan. You guys have to see this. Trust me. Allie put her hand against the secret panel. A second later, the wall parted to reveal the winding staircase. 4 became intimate. What? What is this sentence? A second later, the wall parted to reveal the winding staircase 4 became intimate with, I'm guessing, and repeatedly familiar with. Intimately and repeatedly familiar with. Oh my god. Okay. My brain. Okay. Yep. 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 Did Allie prove Forrest's trust before or after his little trip on the stairs? Thank you for the head pats. And thank you for disguising me and my shame. Whoa, you guys found my secret party spot already? Wait, there's the word party's not even in there. What is wrong with... Aoka trying to make me feel better over here. Okay, I swear I saw party too. Now I'm just like putting a whole ass words in that didn't belong in the first place. Oh wow, okay. We're good. we're so good. It could have been her party spot. With every passing sentence, I get more and more convinced that Mirenia is advanced dyslexic. You know, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know anymore. Maybe. I was like, oh yeah, secret party room. Yeah, yeah. I'm sorry, what? I found this place this morning. I sat near the top of the stairs and played for a while. It was more fun to play in the dark. Hold me back, Mirenia. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No reading, gang, rise up. Mirenia just got the brain zoomies and the mouth is out of breath, struggling to keep up. Allie explained the situation as we walked down the stairs. Sure enough, they were skeptical. Except for Scarlet. Oh. Thank you for the hearts, Agrius. Okay, your story makes a little more sense when you come down here. We walk towards the machines in a mixture of awe and fear. The markings on this machine. My father's company made these. Why? Whoa! Violet's dad is in on this whole business now? Whoa! They didn't. Not my baby. I'm sorry, everyone. I wish what I had to say wasn't true, but it is. I don't know why we're being kept here, why they film the show over and over, but I know that if we don't escape and fast, they're going to kill us sooner or later. Mirenia and I are going to do our very best to make sure all of us get out of here alive. But to do that, I need you to trust me. Trust you with what? I need you to trust me enough to step back into the tanks they kept you in. War profiteering is a serious crime. It is! For us to escape, we need all of us to have our memories back. Otherwise, you won't trust us enough. I'd have to be quite foolish to just step into this tank because someone said so. Violet, you can trust her. Excuse me? I know she's telling the truth about this machine because I built this. Allie, this isn't the first time we've met, is it? No, it isn't. We've gotten to know each other quite a few times by now. It's a strange feeling. On one hand, this is horrible. On the other hand, I'm glad that the machine works. Maybe one day we'll put it to use the way it should be. Alright, I trust you. We just walk back into the machine? Thank you, Violet. I know it'd be difficult to trust me, so I appreciate it. There's a machine that should have your name on it. Go into it, and then Mirenia and I will start the reversal process. I do hope this works. It should, but it might hurt a bit. Do spare me from the details, please. Scarlet and Violet walk to their respective machines. I don't really get it, but I trust you, Mirenia. And besides, I got a thing for big things made out of metal. They're like mecha. I guess? Is this going to hurt? No, I'm sure it won't hurt that much. It'll be fine. Hurry and get into the tank so that way Cat doesn't come down here and shoot us all. I'll take your word for it, Mirenia. Alright, they're in their tanks. Maybe, maybe not. Let's do this, Mirenia. On it. Even if it was necessary for all of us, their screams from the reversal process were almost more than I could take. Oh god, I just lied to you. He's saying it wasn't gonna hurt and they're screaming. Oh no. Oh no. I was just trying to comfort her so she'd get... Oh no. Oh, I feel bad now. Ellie and I covered our ears as Violet, Scarlet, Yui, and Tara remembered years of memories in a matter of minutes. After doing all this, we better be getting out of here. Sorry, Yui. Violet, Scarlet, Yui, and Tara stepped out of their tanks after what must have felt like hours to them. Guys? You okay? This probably isn't the time to mention it, but I made a bet with 4 about what would happen when they got their memories back. You have a back button? Oh, I know, but I've already selected it. We'll see what happens here. I'm gonna watch from a safer distance, if you don't mind. Oh. If looks could kill, the girls that had just gotten out of the tanks would have killed me several times over. They ran to me, yelling and screaming. You five-timing little cheater! Wait, I can explain. Too late. They were on me like hyenas. Ah! Now that we've all calmed down, how about we go over the escape plan? It better be good, Allie. For your sake, Mirenia. Out with it, then. God damn, everyone found out. I mean, on one hand, our memory was being wiped over and over again. On the other hand, I mean, we were like throwing out the L-bomb left and right like it just was inconsequential. Like, we're kind of a dick. We really are. Over the next hour, Allie explained her plan from start to finish. Trust me, it's the best we got. If this is our plan, we are doomed. Congrats, Mirenia, you've made it to day 2. You really gave our audience a run for their money yesterday with Scarlet, and that's before we got the zombies involved, believe it or not. I'm glad to hear that. You think you'll choose Scarlet at the end of this? Too early to say. I figure it's best to make things seem uncertain as possible and not get too focused on any one girl. Kat said that getting low ratings during the show could end up with them shutting it down early. If that happened this time, then game over. The only reason why we're able to make these moves right now is because Allie's machine glitched out. Who knows if that would ever happen again? There's no room for error. Too early to say right now, but she's definitely up there, Kat. I like the sound of that. But you know what I like even more? Drama. And what better way to start that fire than a full day date with another woman? If it ain't broke, so who's it gonna be? Have you ever noticed that there's only one room in the mansion that's locked? Nope, not even a bit. Really, it's right by the games room and it's not the hidden one. I'm starting to understand why you've been stuck here all this time. I was snooping around at night looking for snacks when I saw Kat open it, using a black key that she kept on a keyring in her pocket. It's definitely a master key. I've seen her use the same key both in the mansion as well as other buildings. Sounds like it'd be pretty good to get our hands on that. Exactly. This music sounds like it should be on a Sonic game. That's what this sounds like it's from. If you give me that key for even a minute, I can make a mold of it we can use as a duplicate key. I'm betting that would be pretty helpful for helping us get out of here, to put it lightly. That's awesome, but wouldn't Kat notice her master key going missing? You're absolutely right, especially if you or I try to take it. I'm feeling a but coming, but it won't be you or I taking it. Tomorrow, ask to take Yui on a date. Let me go get Yui. By the end of tonight, you'll both understand why it has to be you two. I'd say it sounds like a plan, but I have no idea what's going on. Okay? Trust me, Mirenia. When have I ever been wrong? I could list every single date we've been on as evidence. Those don't count. Yui. There's just something about her, you know? We'll make it happen. It was the first date since getting all the girls' memories back. We went for a walk out in the woods, the same date we had when we truly had met again for the first time. It was a little awkward at first, figuring out how to not give away what we knew on camera, but we figured it out pretty quick. I It's so nice to see you again, Mirenia. Sorry, one second. I feel the same way, Yui. Sorry, it's just taking a sip and everything. After all this time, it's gotta be fate, hasn't it? It must be. To be honest, I feel a little like things are going a little over my head. This show, meeting you again, everything, it's just moving so fast. Sometimes I feel like everything's just moving too fast for me to keep up. But with you, everything feels alright. Like I know it's gonna be okay. Would it be okay if we just spend today this way? She leaned in closer and put her arms around me. I wouldn't have it any other way, Yui. Wait a minute. What about getting the master key? I can tell from your face what you're thinking about. Don't worry. I've got that covered. Bun bun bun! Bun 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 darted out of a nearby bush and ran to Yui's side. Who's a good boy? You're a good boy. She picked him up and hugged him tight. It was impossible not to smile. Almost forgot. Bun bun bun. Hunt. Bun 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 leapt out of her arms, then dashed towards the mansion. And with that out of the way, how about we walk for a little longer? What just happened? She reached for my hand, then held it tight. I'd like that. Walked and talked for hours. When we took breaks, we laid next to each other on the grass, talking about anything and everything. Yui's a lovely girl. At times I remembered how dire the situation we were in, and I couldn't help but freeze up. But with Yui, I'm never afraid to face those fears. She makes me braver with just a smile. Even when she couldn't ask directly about what was on my mind, she found ways to comfort me despite that. And in turn, to make her smile made me feel lighter than air. A life with her would be wonderful. Gotta make sure to get us all out of here safe. Mirenia? Yeah? I love you, Mirenia. Hope we can spend another day together, just like this soon. I can't wait for that day, Yui. I'll be counting the days till then. We walked back to the mansion together, hand in hand, then went our separate ways. Mirenia, you would not believe what happened to me today. What happened, Cat? I got attacked by some kind of forest monster. It was at least 10 feet tall, had monstrous teeth, and there was at least 5 of them. It took everything I had to not laugh. Luckily, I managed to fight them off without any permanent injury. I made sure that Ford deleted the footage. That shit was both embarrassing and traumatic. That's good to know. This is the worst run yet, man. What do you mean by that? Oh, nothing. I've just had a long day. Yeah, I'll bet. You should get some rest while you have the chance. 5 forest beasts is nothing to sniff at. You're making fun of me, aren't you? Not at all, Cat. Forest beasts affect 1 in 10 people. It could happen to you. Right. I'll see you later, Mirenia. Good night, Mirenia. Mission success! I can't believe that worked. How did you train your pet bunny to do all that? It's all thanks to our special training last night. I may have made a few contracts with a few devils from the forest, but I'm sorry, what? Okay. Yep. I'm half kidding, don't worry about it. Which half? Are the keys ready to use? Not yet, which sucks. It's gonna take a little longer for the makeshift plaster to set. Where'd you get the plaster from, by the way? Believe me, knowing more about how we got it will not make you any happier as a person. I'm cool with not knowing. Anyway, the keys will probably be usable by tomorrow morning, but you'll have to have your next date by then. We'll test them out as soon as it's night tomorrow. Sounds good? Sounds good to me. Alright, let's go, team. How about you let the rest of the girls know, Mirenia? Boris disabled the audio recordings in the house at night, so we should be good to talk back up there. I'll let them know. I walked back up the staircase back to the mansion. Where are they? I can hear some sounds from the kitchen. I'll make my way over. Hey, Violet. How are you? For the head pets. Goodness, apologies, Mirenia. I didn't see you there. You seem pretty deep in thought. What's on your mind? Besides the, say, hundreds of different versions of memories of the same week? I'm worried for the people back home. Yui has her sisters to worry about, though she tries not to burden anyone with that feeling. Everyone is family out there, and who knows what's happened to them in the last, well, however long we've been trapped here. I have never gotten along with my parents that well, but even so, they must be worried sick. I'm sure they're doing fine, Violet. They're going to be so happy to see you again. You're right, Mirenia. Though there's no way you could know that for sure, could you? Guess so, but we've got to believe, right? Suppose you're right again, Mirenia. When we finally escape this dreadful place, I'm going to hold them so tight. It's kind of funny. What is, Violet? I told you I had a twin sister, right? Yeah, you did. Her name was Viola? That would be her. She was always my parents' favorite. You know the type. She came first in just about everything, while I did not. Even so, we got along just fine. I was proud to call her my sister. Then there was the accident. She saw the car before I did. She moved to protect me before I could, and in the end, she was hit before I was, and she died for it. Oh my god. So sorry, Violet. Before then, I had no problem being second place to her. But for her sake, for just that one time, I wish I had come in first. I'm oversharing, aren't I? I apologize. It's okay, Violet. Just say what you're feeling. You're kind, Mirenia. It's something I adore about you, you know? After Viola died, I did my very best to live up to the standards she set for my parents. You can probably guess how well that went. I wasn't as good as running the business or appearing prim and proper, or even things like finding a partner. It's a little embarrassing. Really, that's the whole reason why I came here. My parents saw an ad for the show and thought it might help me. Or perhaps they just wanted to kick me out of the house to make more room for my new baby brother. I couldn't resist the chance for them to support me for once. At times, I feel like I can't do anything right. How this show has developed. This is a nightmare in every regard. Violet. Yes? I held her in my arms tightly. You're an incredible woman, and believe me, there's nothing you can't do. I've seen you put the fear of God into the Brothers Vibe and make delicious meals that some people would probably kill for. Okay. Adduction. Question for you, with no spoilers, if possible. Roughly, how much further do you think we have to go? The only reason I'm asking, I'm still having a great time, but I'm losing my voice. I think maybe 2 straight days of this was maybe a little too much. So I'm just trying to make sure I can get through it. You know? That's all. A lozenge stat. Yeah, I guess maybe I need to make sure I have some of those around. But yeah, I'm legit losing my voice. I'm doing my best though. Doing my best. Even if this is a nightmare, it's one we're going to get out of together, and we wouldn't be able to do it without you. You are too kind. Thank you for the... I appreciate it. But enough about me. Have you remembered anything about why you came here? Unfortunately, I haven't. Alright, gotta go, need to eat. Alright, enjoy your food, Papa Bear. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good one. But I'm hoping that the master key we pilfered will help with that. I hope so, for your sake. In the event where it does not provide any answers, my previous offer about finding you help outside of here to get your memories back stands. Thanks, Violet. I really appreciate that. It is the least I could do. I still fancy you quite a bit, you know? I know it's not the time or place, but maybe when we get out of here, perhaps you'll join me for, say, a lovely cruise around what's left of the world. I'm looking forward to that day. As am I. We talked for a few moments longer before retiring for the night. For once, I lay in bed not worrying about being killed. For once, I was excited for what tomorrow would bring. It's only up from here. Mirenia! Allie, what are you... Never mind that, you've got to come down to the lab. What is it? We found something, and I know you'll want to see it. She reached for my hand and pulled me as we ran. The other girls were already there, crowded around a table with a pile of folders on top of it. What's going on? I was just looking around the lab when I stumbled across these. It's got quite more. You will want to take a break. You probably got 3 to 4 hours left. You have a lot more to go. Oh my goodness. Really? Wow. Okay. Well, dang. That's kind of blowing my mind. I was thinking I was close to the end. Because, the internet was saying it was like a 4 to 6 hour playthrough or something. And I mean, we're on close to 8 hours now. Well, no, I guess more like 7. I guess we're at 7-ish. Because I did 3 hours yesterday instead of 4. Still, dang. It's I'm afraid to end, and then tomorrow we get back on and we end up having 10 minutes of the game left. That's what I was kind of worried about. And I'm reading a non-spoiler walkthrough, and it seems like you're at the last leg of it. Alright, I'm not quite at my 4 hours. Let's go a little bit further and see what happens. There are files. I didn't read anyone's but my own, but I have to warn you. Caution was the last thing on all of our minds. Most of us scrambled to find our own file, except for Yui, who was already holding hers, and Allie. 1 to 2 if you're quick, because two times because of streaming. I see what you're doing. You can do it. Weird, there's no file for me here. I double-checked, but there was nothing for me. Guess I'm not getting any answers today. Allie slowly walked to the pile, found her own, then opened it in one fluid motion. Interesting. What is it? Allie Major, sent to the island for being suspected of committing treason against the government. Selected for the experimental show for fitting the sporty girl archetype. We need one of those. It's good to know this whole getup was a good idea. Did you know I actually fucking hate sports? I had never seen Allie look so angry. Let's see. They got all the fake information I gave. That sounds about right. What is it? They've been taking extremely detailed notes on me for every single run of the show for the past 2 years? Whoa. What I've done, things I've said in private or with others. They've got notes down here to how and when I brush my teeth. How I react differently when they change the show or tell me different things, or we're nothing but lab rats to them. It's true, and it's my fault. What do you mean? If I hadn't invented this machine in the first place, none of this ever would have happened. I mean, you couldn't have known. Scarlet, you really wanted to help people. That was a great thing. It's not your fault someone ended up using your invention like this. Years? I know, right? If you say so, Mirenia. My file says that they wiped my memories and put me on the show to make sure that no one else could build this technology. I can't even begin to understand how that could even be a reason for causing all of this. I'm not sure we'd even want to understand the people who run this place. The room fell silent. I wanted to crack a joke to ease the tension, but it was impossible. I finally made it to Hilton Head. Hey, that's awesome. I'm glad you made it. No more traveling. Thank goodness. Wait, what? I'm surprised to hear you say that, Yui, all things considered. Sorry, I know how that must have sounded. Sorry, guys. Mine's the same as Allie's. They've tracked, measured, and commented on so many things about us so many times. It feels so violating. But it's not all bad. Did I ever tell you why I came in the show, Mirenia? No, why is that? I forgot I wasn't allowed to tell you. That was one of the conditions. To be completely transparent, the reason was money and nothing but that. It was hard enough to take care of myself without my parents, let alone 2 sisters and a whole farm. I remember now it was Kat who reached out to me. I'll head out and chill soon, but it was pretty fun. Nice, well yeah, thanks for hanging out. I'm glad you popped in. Have I missed anything? A little bit, yeah. So all of the girls have their memories back now, and we're like working together to escape this evil facility. It's pretty interesting. She told me that if I came onto the show, my sisters and the farm would be taken care of for life. I know this is all horrifying, but I'm just glad she held up her end of the deal. Even if I might die here and never see them again. That's too depressing to think, Yui. We're going to get out of here and see your sisters again. Together. Thanks, Mirenia. I'd like that. I'm curious, Yui, what kind of archetype did they list you as? The girl next door? Damn it, that sounds a lot better than gaming gremlin. Gaming gremlin. Yui, Scarlet, Allie, and I laughed. At times like these, having a mood lifter like Tara around was critical. I looked at Violet, who had been silent the whole time. Oof, called out, right? Yep, that's me, gaming gremlin. I'm sure that's a lot of us. She was trembling. Violet, are you... Please, God, don't let this be true. Violet fell to her knees and sobbed with her hands against her face. I rushed to her side. Are you okay, Violet? Violet threw her folder against the floor, causing the papers inside to scatter through the room. Nothing is okay, Mirenia. It doesn't matter if I get off this island or not. I'm not like you. I have nothing to go back to, no one to stand by me. There's nothing for me either way. Violet, wait! She ran to the stairs. Her sobs echoed through the staircase and through the lab. I moved to follow her, but Yui stopped me. I think she might need some time alone, Mirenia. I didn't mean to look, but after her papers scattered around the room, Maybe you should just read it. Yui handed me the papers that were in Violet's file. Violet Valentine is a special case. Otherwise unremarkable, but she's the daughter of Edgar and Vane Valentine, one of our primary investors. Alright, I'm gonna head out. Have a good night. Have a good night, Cursed. Have a good hangout and rest well when you get there. It is my understanding that they have recently had a son and want for him to be the next heir after Viola passed. Edgar and Vane sent their remaining daughter, Violet, to us, full well knowing what the show would entail. Yikes. Woof. They've paid us an incredible sum to make sure that she does not return from the show. Oh my god. That's fucked up. Even for me, this is too cruel. It was too hard to keep reading. I closed the folder and just stared open-mouthed at Yui. There were no words. Ow. Poor girl, for real. I knocked on Violet's door later that night, but it was no use. Please, just leave me alone, Mirenia. I'm here for you if you want to talk, Violet. Even if she opened the door, I would have no idea what I was supposed to say. What could anyone say? I was wrong. It's not only up from here. There's a long way down. It's hardly a surprise, but I didn't sleep well last night. Who could, after all that happened? And just like that, we're on to day 3. I gotta thank you, Mirenia. You're making my job easy. I actually get to spend my nights doing productive things now. I'm happy to help with that, however that works. You alright? You don't seem to have your usual energy. Careful, Mirenia. One slip up with Cat and this is all over. I'm good. Thanks, Cat. I just didn't sleep too well. Happens to the best of us. Anyway, it goes without saying that Yui is definitely a contender for the final ceremony. Of course. A woman like Yui, anyone would be lucky to have her. Well, hey, Jack the Grim, welcome in. How you doing? Thanks for the hearts. Damn straight. Though she's a very different kind of woman than Scarlet, you've got a tough choice down the road. Though you've also got a tough choice to make right now. Who's the unlucky girl today? So who should I be asking on a date tomorrow? Honestly, joking aside, I think you should ask Violet. Really? I don't think she's in any shape to put on a good show. I mean, we need all of us to be able to work together well to get out of here, right? I don't think Violet would be able to until she's feeling better. And what better way to do that than for a date to make you feel special? Kara does have a great point. I always make great points. Like seeing if I could arm wrestle one of the zombies Scarlet made. That went great. Oh, I remember that. Wait, I was the zombie. That was not a good idea at all. Did I take my vote back? What do you think, Mirenia? I like the idea. We could kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I'm sure there's something that we could do to help us escape. That we could that we could only do on a date with Violet. I've got it. Tomorrow you'll be going on a date with Violet. Here's what you gotta do. Violet, I've always wanted to spend more time with her, and there's no time like the present. We'll make it happen. I do have one small request though. What's that? And will it give me ratings? I think it will. Then let's hear it. I've noticed Violet being a little down lately, so I wanted to cheer her up. I heard that she really likes cooking, especially in groups. Would you mind if we cooked with the staff at noon? I don't see why not. Let's hope it goes better than the last time. Oh, hi Mirenia. Why'd you bring me here? I'm in a bit of a predicament, you see. I may have made an irresponsible bet. I did not take you for a gambler. Well, I'm not, but the thing is, I've heard the cooks bragging that they were the best chefs on the island. But hey, I've tried the food you've made before. I know nobody could come close to how good you are. So I may have challenged them all to a competition, in your name. You are ridiculous, Mirenia. Violet laughed out loud. There's that smile I like so much. It was nice to see it again. Are you being serious? Dead serious. Might be longer than what Google said. This is a long game for real. Yeah, I'm honestly wondering if I need to finish this tomorrow because I'm getting quite tired. I'm losing my voice, and I think I'm running out of steam. I think what we'll do, I guess I just kind of like thought that I was gonna be able to complete this in the 4 hours today. I think even if it wasn't long, finishing it next time would be better for your voice. Might be good to take a day off tomorrow too. Lots of wording. Well, I don't want to take off tomorrow because it's my birthday. Turn 153. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. A good time to end. You're about to there's about 1 to 2 hours left here for a streamer. I mean, the game could do Cyberpunk and come back to this next week. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, what we'll do, I think for tonight, I think we're gonna call it there. Let me I'll save this real quick. And thank you guys for being understanding. I apologize for not gauging the length of things correctly. But yeah, so that's my bad. That's on me. Well, let's find somebody to raid. We'll see about coming back to this tomorrow. I'll let you guys know in the Discord exactly what the plan is. And then, depending on how my voice is doing, we'll either come back to this or maybe I'll do some, like, Cyberpunk or something. But I hope you guys had fun tonight. This game is freaking ridiculous. I'm really enjoying it. Like, I'm so curious about the story. I'm kind of frustrated that I'm gonna have to go to bed tonight not knowing what's gonna happen. Like, I really want to know. Alright, let me see if we've got a friend we can raid here. No, let's raid King Kuro. King Kuro's pretty chill. He's got like a chill voice, easy to listen to, you know, that kind of thing. They're just chatting right now, but I think they've been playing the Final Fantasy VII remake is what they've been playing. So yeah, let's go hit them up. Let's go do that. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I had a ton of fun. And I shall... Oh, yeah, make sure they're not ending. That's probably smart, huh? Probably would be smart, huh? I think they might be ending. Yep, winding down before bed. Dang it. Never mind. Just kidding, we're gonna raid Momoki instead. Let's go! We're gonna raid Momoki. Momoki is playing Valorant. Momoki is an artist. She's very sweet, very kind. If you can't go with the raid, consider giving them a follow either way. And I shall talk to y'all tomorrow. No, don't say sorry. Thank you. You saved me. I'm new to this thing, okay? I forget things. So, alright. Have a great night, guys. Bye.